Let me get TikTok.
And we're live.
I was going to say we're back.
You could do that too. We are here. What a day.
Yeah.
Cameras aren't recording. This isn't recording.
Nothing's going.
I know, because I fucking dropped the ball.
Slacker.
Is that recording?
Yes.
All right. Let me tell you guys about my day. I woke up at 6:45 and got out of bed and brushed my teeth and sat down and have been editing until about 3 minutes ago and did not have the live stream ready to go. Opened everything to get everything going. I was like, oh no, there's no stream. And then hit Discord and there was like 4 notifications like, hey, dumbass, there's no stream. And I managed to make it all work. We are here on time as promised.
Is it on? Oh, it is.
Yes.
Good job.
I did it. Well, yes. You know what's really wild?
What?
Ad.
You're funny.
All right. All right. Tay Smith said, love that shirt. Oh, my shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my old tattoo shop shirts. If we run them again, I guess we should put them up for sale on the website.
That is one of my favorite shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See subscribers going. We got concurrent viewers are going up. Current viewers are going up. Comments are going up. Desk Clan spent almost $500 today. He went to the archery store.
Oh, nice.
To be better, don't forget to join Discord. I did join Discord.
We have a Discord.
Yes, we do have a Discord. You should plug that.
So if you guys haven't heard about our Discord, it is linked through our Patreon. Patreon will be tagged at some point because I just said it. And in the Discord, we have almost 900 people now, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely over 8.
Yeah, we're getting close to 1,000, which is absolutely insane to think about. And it's a really dope community to be a part of. A lot of support in there, a lot of understanding, new perspectives.
Yep.
If you don't feel safe going to anybody in your personal life, I'd recommend going there. No judgment.
Just watch the one chip challenge. I feel for you guys. That challenge sucked.
That was brutal.
We were at the garden the other day taking pictures, and we walked up on a chili pepper plant, and I'm like, babe, I dare you to eat one of those. And you're like, fuck it, I'll do anything once.
Is that what I sound like?
Peppers are so much hotter when they're fresh off the vine. Oh, it's so much worse.
I ate it and I was like, okay. Like, it started going. I thought my lip was going to start swelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know, we went on that interview with Pamela, and then on one of my vlogs that are in Discord, I was talking about screen time, and I realized that today I logged almost 13 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I logged maybe 2.
Lucky you.
This is going to ump it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, does it count as triple?
Oh,
there's
no.
3
Triple
screens
damage.
here. Yeah. You'd be double damage. 3 because you got your TikTok going.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Wild. I wonder how close we are to 100,000.
Oh, that's a good question.
Haven't checked that at all today either. 95.5.
I'm excited to wear the dress I have picked out.
Yeah.
For when we hit 100,000.
My only concern is it's going to be on a day that the kids are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it happens at nighttime when the kids are here, we can't go live for it. I mean, we can. We just got to try to, I don't know, lock them in a trunk and throw them in a closet.
Yeah.
Just keep them off to the side. It won't matter. I just don't want them to get on camera is my biggest concern.
Right. That was my worry when she stayed home sick the other day.
Yeah. We got emails to read tonight. We got I don't know who's moderating the chat. I see Great Wolf Tacticals in here. There's Jen. Heather, are you not a mod in here? I know you're a mod on the other on Discord. Why isn't she? Zach is here ish. Jenna's here. Chloroform, both of them. Here, smell this and tell me if it smells like chloroform. Oh, it does.
I bet I get a really good night's sleep with that.
I got something that'll give you a good night's sleep.
You promise?
Oh, I know. It's tried and proven. Can you guys please do the news anchor bit? No, that was a one-time thing.
I was ready. I was going to grab the mallet and pretend it was a microphone and like,
You can have at that.
I can't. It's no fun when you don't do it. I can't not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heather, you are the same Heather from Discord, right?
Yes.
I would hate to make you a moderator and you not be the same Heather, and then I would feel real stupid. Oh, there's a super chat.
Oh.
Love that. We haven't even gotten started yet, and
That was
people are
quick.
already here.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this one first since they were first. How about that?
Okay.
My husband and I watch your videos together and pause and talk about our thoughts together. And compared to both of yours, often we have the same views as y'all. Let me tell you, when you guys have those conversations where you pause and have those in-depth discussions, you are working through problems that you have not had to live through. And it's going to set you up for success.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to make her a mod just so that there's extra hands on deck.
Hands on deck.
All right.
All right. So we're getting some people on TikTok. Just want to let you guys know that we are currently live on YouTube. I am not going to be paying attention to the chat over here. So if you'd like to be part of the conversation, head over to our YouTube channel, the number 2, Be Better. We are doing live expedited emails tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. My back hurts so bad. This is so stupid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bake Danny just got here. All right, let's jump into the first email. Zach, is the first email reader in the Discord? Oh wait, he's typing. Maybe he is. We have 4 tonight. Yes. Okay. Dope. You're in charge over there, right?
I already have it pulled up. Yeah.
Dope, because I'm so fucking behind.
So do we have the person
They are here.
in the Discord?
Yep.
Would you mind bringing it over so I can see it?
No, I don't mind.
Please.
I don't. mind.
You don't mind. Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
What did you do?
I think I just stopped the virtual camera.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It says go live.
I think I might have just paused everyone. I don't know what's happening. Too much technology, too many screens. And I am running like crazy.
Okay.
Fuck it. Let's go. Worst comes to worst, they get a blip for a minute.
All right. So I'm just going to take a hit real quick, and TikTok doesn't like that. So be back, guys. Okay. So the first email is called Reconnecting with a Lost Love. So
Hang on. I'm trying to make my life way easier. Reconnecting with a lost love.
Correct.
Okay, go.
All right. So this is a 39-year-old female. She is an electric dispatcher. Has known the significant other for 20 plus years, but they've recently reconnected. They have traditional pink job, blue jobs. He is 39, male. He's a general contractor, no children. And they currently live apart.
So they're both trade workers,
Correct.
essentially. Okay.
So it says, hello. I want to start by saying thank you for your podcast and TikToks. It has helped me to learn so much about my own boundaries and ways to communicate. Let's get into what I need some advice on. I have recently been reconnected with the first man I ever loved and saw a future with. And now technology doesn't want to work. Okay. We started dating very young, around 16 or 17, but we were long distance, and as kids, money for gas was hard to come by, so we broke up. Fast forward 5 years, both in our 20s, and I ran into him at a gas station, and we again started dating for about 3 years. This was the time I truly fell in love with him. It's like, it's going so great. I was like, hell yeah, like you guys fell apart. I came back, universe. And then I caught him cheating on me. So after so many fights and talks, I was done and could no longer look at him the same. But they've reconnected, so there's hope.
Okay.
What I did not know was his mental state at that time and when I returned from a night out with my girls. The way I found him caused me to call his dad in an ambulance. Was the last time I ever spoke to him, as he screamed at me that he hated me for calling him help. The nightmares I had from that night haunted me for a while. So fast forward one more time, 18 years later. My phone rings. Yes, I've had the same phone number since 2004, and it's a number I do not know, but it's from an area code my mom lives in, so I answer. On the other line is a male voice that says, "Oh my God, it's you." Once we established who he was looking for and who he was, my day was fucked at work. Oh man, I could imagine. Sitting there, tootle around at work. Almost 2 decades go by? 18 years, yeah. One phone call changed the course of her life. All the memories and the question of what he was calling about. So he called me later that night, and we have not stopped talking since. We finally re-met in person and made a weekend of it. My nerves were on high alert, so there was a lot more of me to love than before, and he really had not changed body-wise.
That doesn't mean as much as y'all think it does.
What do you mean?
The body compositions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. I noticed like a 5-pound fluctuation. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting out of control. And you haven't noticed.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you've noticed a little bit because now at this point I'm like 20.
I've noticed my weight gain.
Yeah.
But I haven't noticed yours.
That makes me feel good. As a man, why would you say that the body composition doesn't matter?
I can't speak for all men.
Right, but from a male's perspective.
Because if that connection's there, that connection's there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the physical attraction is the initial and like gets you to talk.
Right.
Once that initial like communication happens and that bond is cemented, the physical aspect of it dims a little bit. Not all men. Obviously, there are men that are very hung up on the physical stature of their woman. But
right.
if you ever got big enough that I couldn't like throw you around, we would have a problem. But
okay,
you didn't marry a bitch, so you got a ways to go. I could have thrown you around at your biggest. So
really,
yeah, without a doubt.
That's impressive. Wasn't ready for that. Damn it.
Janet?
Why'd you do this to me? Fuck. All right. He slowly calmed those nerves with every embrace and kiss. It was magic. But I've noticed he is very broken, and hearing how his ex-wife treated him and how he always seems to apologize for the smallest things. He said to me just last night, "I feel like I have more healing to do before I am good enough for you still." I 100.
That's a lot of accountability and a lot of like personal insight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing. I see that it's healthy. Like,
Yeah. Is he putting in the work for it though?
right. That's a good question.
That's one of those phrases, "I'm not good enough for you," is one where I'm like, okay, well, either be it or don't.
Say it again.
So that phrase, "I'm not good enough for you," or anything altered of that saying, that's that phrase I hear. I'm like, okay, well, either be it or don't.
Right. I want to know why you feel that way.
Yeah.
Because she said that he cheated.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be, she's typing, there could be residual guilt from past experiences.
Okay, he is putting in the work.
Going to counseling.
I 100% commend him for recognizing that within himself. I told him it's not that he is not good enough for me, but he needs to be in a place within himself to love me how he wants to without fear of pain and hurt. He still feels extremely guilty for hurting me back in the day.
Called it.
Oh, yeah. I'm a very patient woman and have no problem showing him every day he is good enough for me. But I'm finding myself holding back on things because of my relationship history and the fears and trauma I encountered from that.
So you also have work to do then.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to counseling or therapy? You have work to do. Yes, I am. Good.
So how did two broken people, one with a past of addiction, mental health issues, and a narcissistic ex, and the other with a past of abuse a past of abuse and trauma that have been pining for each other over half of their lives, make it work and help repair the broken pieces.
You make the choices to make it work and
Right.
repair the broken pieces.
You know what the broken pieces are.
Have both of you gone to therapy together? Have you tried that yet? Not yet. I would probably do that. I would definitely at least 1 or 2 sessions, but you can't allow your past to dictate your now and ruin your future.
I agree with that.
If this is love and you believe that this is love and you guys are grown and you've matured a lot, in your mid-20s, men are still very much like 11 years old mentally. We're children until we're like well into our 40s. And even then we're like late teens.
I would say you're like 16, 15, 16, yeah.
But those things change. Our mindsets change. The way that we handle things change. The way that we process things changes. I wouldn't let your past destroy what you guys got going. I really wouldn't, especially if you're both happy now and you both know you got to work through your shit. Being able to take accountability in the moment when you're having conflict, when you feel something, being able to openly communicate it, like you have a fairly clear roadmap,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, I would definitely say continue doing therapy. Identify what the broken pieces are and inspect them. See if that's something that can stay the shape it is to go back into the puzzle that you're making, or if it needs to be reworked a little bit.
Was that the end of the email?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that was short.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel, if there's any like makes you feel better or consolation or anything to this email, I think that you guys are in a good place.
Yeah.
I don't hear any red flags in that.
No.
I hear apprehension and needing to take things slow, and damn it, we fucking preach that constantly.
Yeah.
Like you are on a good path. Mental high five.
He needs to be softer with himself.
Yeah.
If he continues being harsh and being dragged by that guilt, that could be something that could end up pushing you away instead of bringing the two together.
Yeah. When those things happen, you need to explore it too.
Yeah.
And any criticisms that you guys give each other, when you hear the criticism that needs to be explored as well. And it needs to be clear, concise, and like to the point, so that you guys can work through those things and not have it linger for weeks at a time. Do not be afraid to go, what do you mean by that? And without an emotional attachment, like remove that emotional mind, go logic mind, and try to figure out what it is that you can fix, because that shit goes a long way. That's like expert communication shit.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to take, well, they said this and it made me feel this way. We'll do that. Yeah.
Oh, my phone's up there. And I was like, I have a note for this.
Yeah. I mean, how long have you been on TikTok?
I have no idea.
It's been 20 minutes. You could end TikTok, send them over here, and then look for that note.
We're at 540.
Send them over. There's 340 people watching right now.
All right, TikTok. So I just got the go ahead to end the stream. So if you want to continue being a part of the conversation, head over to our YouTube channel, the number 2, Be Better. We're doing live emails that are expedited, and if you'd like to be
3 left.
part of that, yes, we do have 3 left. So if you'd like to participate in that and have an expedited email, we do have links that will be posted in the YouTube chat. So thanks for popping by. I hope to see you on YouTube. Bye.
While we're waiting on the TikTok people to get over here and she's looking for her notes, I would like to let you guys know that are in the chat, if you guys have questions or want them read, we will be reading super chats after the live stream or after we're done with the emails. Calm down over there. Quit flexing.
I'm not just looking. It's still not like massive. That's cool. And I noticed that when you told me about that. That's pretty neat.
She said that she will be sending updates as they happen, and thank you both again.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, welcome from TikTok, guys. The note that I took. It says, I have a bunch of notes in here to talk about. So when you're talking about, you said something about empathy and feelings and all of that. So a high empathy matched with a low IQ means that feelings matter over facts.
Okay. Very random, but okay.
You said something that triggered that thought for me.
Okay.
So
I don't remember what it was, but
there's the note. Take something from it, guys. I've been thinking about taking an IQ test.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at test taking. I'd fail that test.
I'm fairly certain the last time I took an IQ test, it was over 100.
Yeah.
So now I want to just see.
Jen A said this IQ tests are subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So into the next one. This email is called Hated by Parents I Barely Met.
While she's pulling that up, guys, if you're coming over from TikTok, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are almost to 100,000. We are so close. Got less than 5,000 to go.
Okay, then what can I do to test my intelligence? Because I want to have the numbers to show that I'm smart. It makes me feel, especially knowing that this is what I look like. I'm going to side rail a little bit. I came across a neurosurgeon on TikTok. She was just talking about a life in her day. Absolutely insane and chaotic. She was running on like 2 hours of sleep, heading to another state to do brain surgery. After getting out at 4 o'clock in the morning of doing brain surgery. Blew my mind.
What do you mean because I look like this?
Oh, because of my piercings and shit. I'm going into that.
Okay.
We're going to get there. My hair, my piercings, my tattoos, all of that. And I left a comment on her TikTok. I was like, thank you for doing this. You didn't have to take the world with you on a day of your life. And I was like, I thought about going into the medical field and being a neurosurgeon. And it's just insane to see how my life could have played out. I wouldn't have kids. I probably wouldn't be married. And I would just be working on brains. It was just wild to see. And I left that comment. And there were some people going back and forth with me. And then somebody left a comment and saying, yeah, because you look like that, I doubt that you would even pass the test to get into school for it.
You do realize that there are rocket scientists and like
Right.
deep state physicists and shit that look like we do.
Right. So I would just like to be able to have that. I would be like, oh, that's what you think? Okay.
I always tell those people, do you want to compare our tax returns, you fucking scrub?
Well, I hit him with, people of intelligence are aware that appearance doesn't correlate to IQ.
Yeah. Congratulations, you have the IQ of a bigot.
But still, I want to take the IQ test. I feel like it'd be fun just to see where I land.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a test I could take, that'd be dope. Okay, so this is a 33-year-old male, works from home, and has known the SO for about 18 months, and they've been dating for 6.
Okay.
So they knew each other for a year before they started dating. They do have a traditional relationship with pink job, blue jobs, and he is with a 25-year-old female. Also works from home, no kids. And emailer lives at home with dad since he moved home, and then she has her own place. And it looks like he alternates weekly. So he's at her house 2 weeks out of the month.
Okay.
All right. So my girlfriend and I met online about a year and a half ago. I am 33 and she's 25. At the time, she was in another relationship that was very rocky and somewhat controlling. We hung out a lot in our online friend group and eventually fell for each other. That started about an 8-month saga of her coming and going and unsure what she wanted to do in her romantic life. I was hurt multiple times during this time because the coming and going really would take a toll on me emotionally. I get that. Being with a person who is still processing the trauma that they experienced in a prior relationship, it's a very confusing situation for them. They don't know what they want in life. So there's very much that back and forth of, I want to be with you. No, I want my freedom. One day she was here. The next she had to cut all contact to save her relationship. Oh, this is while she was still in the relationship. Okay, so she was still in a relationship when you guys fell for each other?
Yeah, I need you to start over because now I'm lost.
Yeah.
I don't need the ages again, just the... Oh, he's typing.
Yeah. I'm rubbing my nose, guys. My piercings move sometimes and it gets itchy. Not itchy, but like a tickle.
While he's typing that, Danae Lizzie said, "Is this being recorded to be released later?" This is being recorded live right now, and will just stay on YouTube. The things that anytime we go live, they go into a live tab. So if you go to our like videos or content or whatever, they'll say live. You click on that, it'll show all of our live videos.
So he said, yes, she was with him until about November of last year. We met in February of last year. We got together in December officially. Okay. One day she was here. The next she had to cut all contact to save her relationship. It wasn't easy for her either, of course, since this was at a huge crossroads in her life. Eventually, she left her boyfriend of multiple years and we started to date. Okay, so she left him for you? Or she left because she understood she deserved better? So she ended her relationship to be with you. You were the sole reason that she left that past relationship.
That's a red flag.
That is a big red flag. As somebody, so when I was younger, I was definitely like a serial dater. And I would be in a relationship that I was completely miserable in until something better came along. And I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to leave this person and upgrade. And that's how I dated for a while. There was a stint of time in like my early to late teens where I wasn't alone for like 4 or 5 years.
Well, you were a teenager, so it doesn't count.
Right. But as somebody who lived that, I would be miserable as fuck in a relationship, hating the person I was with, but I wouldn't leave them because I didn't want to be by myself. So I'd wait for somebody else to come along who made me happier. And I'd be like, okay, this is enough of a reason for me to move on. And that's what I would do. It's not because we were compatible. It's because they gave me attention. They filled that void of needing and loving and belonging. So she has told me that she is afraid to be alone. She has a lot of work she needs to do. A lot. This girl was everything I could have asked for. She was successful and funny and honestly different than anyone I ever dated. I found myself wanting to not only be a better person, but a better man. She really brought out the best in me. I am far from perfect and sometimes need a lot of reassurance. She tries hard, but sometimes our life, then he put it in parentheses with a question mark, love language doesn't always connect. With that being said, our relationship was very good. Okay, so nobody speaks any language exactly the same.
Right.
Everybody has a different definition for every word. Like narcissist, for example. So one love language is not going to work for the relationship. Everybody has a different love language that they speak. And the goal in the relationship is to understand each other's and learn to speak the other person's love language.
Yep.
And we were able to work things out like that. She really likes acts of service and I'm more of words of affirmation. I get that. I would also recommend taking the love language test because you can have more than one love language. There's going to be that main love language that fills you up the most or the fastest. So for example, words of affirmation could be your number one, and then below that could be gift receiving. So if she runs to the gas station to get gas and comes home with a candy bar and you're ecstatic about that, that fills your love tank. It's those little, I feel like those subcategories of the love language are those specific dialects for that person.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to make it digestible. Are you good?
I'm reading the update.
Okay. As I said before, I wanted to be a better person for her. At the time we first started dating, I lived in a different state and she lived in my home state of Texas. I made a decision to move back home so we could be close. Coming home basically made me start my life over, and I was okay with that. I knew I had to be close since long distance wasn't an option for us. Okay, so before I make my next comment, is this email about your guys' relationship, or is this strictly about the parents? And this is just like background information. Okay. I got a new job and really changed my life because I knew she deserved to have a good life and knew I wanted to always be someone she could rely on. She is someone who worries about health a lot, and I was never like that. So when you say health, do you mean like she just eats right, or does she like go to the gym and really maintain her health? Okay, so she goes to the gym, tries to eat right. I'm a bigger guy, and it never really bothered me, but I understand needing to look after myself and understood her concern with health. I started the gym with her and being more open with changes she was concerned with. Now here is where the issue comes in. Her parents. Okay. 6 months into a relationship and having parents be an issue is it's really soon.
I couldn't imagine having parents be an issue because I'm not dating the parents.
Yeah. I come from a normal American family that wasn't rich, wasn't poor, and had a pretty normal upbringing. I never really dealt with being judged or disliked because of where I am from or what I do for a living. In no way am I making enough to live in the homes they do, but I am doing my best and hope to grow in the company I'm in and have a nice career.
And you can do all of that. I grew up poor as fuck and have been judged my entire life. And I'm in a tax bracket that most people will never see.
Yeah.
Your work ethic and the things that you want in life are dictated solely by your ambition, and you're willing to get it.
I like that you're looking at this as an opportunity.
Right.
A lot of people, I think, would get insecure. You know, being in such like an upscale, like a higher.
Oh, not me.
No,
I go full white trash when I'm around rich people. Zero fucks given.
Okay.
I went to our $300 a plate dinner one night wearing Dickies and a wife beater. Zero fucks given.
Like the white tank top?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you wear one for me?
No.
Okay.
I'm too fat for that shit now. I was not at the time.
Yeah.
One of the people that was at that dinner pulled the person that I got invited with aside and was like, "How long has he been out of prison?"
Wow. Like I picked him up 2 days ago.
Yeah, shit's funny.
So he said, her making more than me or coming from a more upscale family doesn't bother me because she doesn't carry herself that way.
Good. Shouldn't bother you anyways.
Her parents, I think, at first looked at me as a phase in their daughter's life. A guy with tattoos who stays at their only daughter's place from time to time who has no business here. What do you mean you have no business there? Were they like, he's not invited and you showed up anyway? I would say then you don't have business.
Only time I've ever, I know I understand
Right.
what he's saying.
I know.
I feel that way when we drive through rich neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Still.
Really?
Still. I can be in my current vehicle and
Yeah.
will feel out of place in rich neighborhoods.
If they're looking at him like he has no business being here, that's fucked up because I can be wherever the hell I want. You don't know my qualifications. Just because I have tattoos doesn't mean that I have no business here. What?
I'm an asshole.
Why?
I'm not saying that on the live.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's more so I have no business dating their daughter.
How old did he say she was? How old was she?
25, I think.
Oh, okay.
I hope you guys have a very long, happy life together and that you surpass them in all of their goals in life. Yeah. I don't do well with people who are like, oh, she's dating one of them. Okay. Call the council. Get the Illuminati. This is unacceptable. Just because you have money doesn't make you more important than anybody else. I know a lot of assholes who have money. But as we spent more time together, they started to really disapprove of our relationship. We have only been together for 6 months. I have met each parent once and maybe had about a 5-minute conversation with each one. And despite my girlfriend trying to tell them about me, they seem to always be caught up on her ex. They still talk to him and encourage my girlfriend to talk to him. She has told them a few times it makes her uncomfortable, but her parents mean the world to her and the relationship to them means a lot. I'm sorry, this was the ex that abused her? Is this the same email? Am I mixing things up? Are they aware of that? Yes, she has told him how controlling he was and the things he would do. And they're still pushing her to be with him. So her parents are pushing her to go back to the man that abused her, fully aware that the man abused her. And she's like, okay, yeah, let's just maintain our friendship.
They said it's because he's successful, and honestly, I think it's because he is safe for her future. Somebody that abuses somebody doesn't make for a safe future. But that also says a lot about the parents and that they don't believe that she's capable of having a future on her own. If that's the actual,
they could also just not believe that she was abused.
Yeah, that's that too.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
I don't think the lag is as bad today.
That's good. She has told him a few times it makes her uncomfortable. Oh yeah, I read that. I feel like they have always kind of controlled her life and guided her to where they felt she should go and do. I understand they want the best for their daughter, and I get it. I might not be the best candidate for them, but I am trying very hard. My girlfriend has told me that she misses that part of her life where her parents were involved and had a relationship with her significant other. I understand it because in the end, I would really like to have a relationship with them as well, since they mean so much to her. So her parents are really going to put her in a position of choose them or you. I really see that's where that's going.
Yeah. I don't understand that mindset.
Me either.
Once you move out and you're on your own and you're your own person, you need to be your own fucking person. Mm-hmm. You were weaned as a child.
Yeah.
The shit needs to carry into adulthood.
Lately, her parents have put a lot of pressure on her and saying things like, you really need to start thinking about your future. Even bringing up my health and telling her she should think about a future with me and what happens if something happens to me. I understand I could eat healthier and exercise, but I have no current health issues at all.
Just because you don't have them now doesn't mean that you won't. I don't know what your weight is, but being overweight is a problem. As two people who have struggled with obesity and morbid obesity our entire fucking lives, being overweight's not something to just push aside.
Right. And you say you have no current health issues. Have you been tested? Have you seen a doctor recently and they've checked everything?
Blood work, the whole nine.
Said yes within the last year. All right, so count yourself lucky and start doing something about it before that changes.
Yep.
Her parents have always had issues
Hold on. For everybody that is overweight that's watching this, I am currently technically obese on my BMI. As of right now, I am technically obese.
Yeah.
I have been morbidly obese. I have been in the mid 3s.
Yeah, I was 320.
Okay. If you have kids and you're at that weight, you ain't running, playing, sliding, tag, catch, climb, jump, swim. You ain't going to be able to breathe. You are not in a position to properly parent. And if that's not enough motivation to make you want to get your health in check or at least start eating clean, don't have kids. Because you're going to end up raising kids who are also overweight, are addicted to video games, don't go outside and play because they don't have anybody to fucking play and do shit with them.
Yeah.
And I know that that's a controversial thing to say, but I'm saying it with my chest. And fucking hate me if you want to. I have kids. I've been at that park where I couldn't fucking breathe sitting on the bench while they were trying to play.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So he just said, which is why I started the gym with her and wanting to be healthier. This is the first time in my life I have taken my weight into consideration for her.
Okay.
So up until this point, you have never seen a need to change your weight. And now because she's in your life, you're doing it. If she is not in your life anymore, are you going to stop going to the gym and stop eating right?
Good question. No.
All right. Good. I know I need to do this. Damn right. Because even if you guys don't work out, say in 5 years something happens, you are still going to have your health.
Yeah.
If you fall back into that cycle of whatever your cycle is that made you get overweight, everything that you put into your life in the future is going to be gone.
Right. There's also a whole lot of things you need to factor in. Like your mental health is directly correlated to your gut health. Mm-hmm. You know, your physical stature will add to depression.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of other mental illnesses that come along with it. But we tell people all the time that, like, work on being the best version of you while you're single, and the person that you need will come along because you've done the work. Mm-hmm. This falls into doing the work.
Yeah. Her parents have always had issues with her parents wanting her to take weight loss medication, and even her mom making comments to her when they go clothes shopping about how some things just aren't flattering on her. My girlfriend looks beautiful and it really bothers me, but I understand I understand that they want what's best. They want what's best for them. She's not even her own being at this point. If she's listening to everything her parents say in the back of her mind, is she really even making her own choices?
No, she's a 25-year-old child.
She's not a free thinker. Her dad has also made comments about my income and expects the person she is with to make over $100K a year. I am nowhere near that, but I am trying and willing to work my ass off to get there. All I'm hearing is about what her parents want out of this relationship. Well, I mean, what do you guys want out of this?
That is what the email was titled, Problem Parents. Have you actually sat down and tried to talk to the parents one-on-one without the girl around? Like, if you had to tried to have a conversation to find out what the fuck their problem is? They have no desire to talk to me. Well, fuck them then.
This is all on her then. If they're not going to try to have a relationship with you and hear from your standpoint about how you care about their daughter and you are going to provide the best life you can for her, right, and no matter what it takes, I don't know. This is on her at this point. These are her parents. If your mom came to me and she was talking out of the side of her neck, I wouldn't handle that situation. I'd be like, babe, come get your mom.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in on that. I'm not going to say anything back. I don't know what she's going through. This is your mom. Come and handle her, and then we can talk about it once everything's figured out.
How long have they been together? Did it say?
6 months.
Okay. So this is new.
This is not going to get any better unless she puts her foot down.
Not with the parents, no, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to be with the parents, you're trying to be with the girl. And if this is what the girl wants, dope. But you also said that she has a fear of being alone. She jumped from one relationship into you. Like, there's a whole lot of issues and red flags in all of this.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, I would really fucking hate to think that they're gonna do something for a year or 2 years while she is working on getting over her last bullshit, listening to the parents, only to fucking bail because that's what the parents want.
Right.
New patron.
I am nowhere near that. Oh, I read that. Yesterday we had a deep conversation, and she told me her and her parents' relationship was not good at all, and it really bothered her. It's not good because they are no longer able to exude control over her life.
Right.
And she's bowing into that. I can't stand it when parents exude a form of manipulation over the child, a grown adult child.
Right.
Let your kid live their life. I don't know.
We know how I feel about that because we beat that horse to death, resurrected it, and then beat it to death again.
This led to her telling me she needs space, not only to get over her past and missing her old life where her parents were involved, but also find the strength to stand up to her parents and tell them I am the one she wants.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. If that's what she wanted, she wouldn't be telling you she needs space. She'd fucking grow a backbone and stand up to her parents.
I'd be like, babe, this is you and I.
Yeah, that's a cop out.
Yeah.
That's a cop out. That's her putting one foot out of the door so it'll be easier to leave. That's exactly what that is.
The pressure is just too much for her, and having them constantly lecturing her and then us having emotional conversations about it, even when we try to work around it, still has taken its toll on her. It's real simple to block a number. Block you on Facebook. Click of a button.
Yep.
Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 when you're on a phone. Basically, we are in minimal contact and not together. Obviously, one side needed to be gone so she could go. And as she explains it, figure her shit out. She says she loves me with all of her heart and wants me to be happy and knows I deserve the world. It's hard for me to hear that, then watch her walk away from me.
Yeah, because it's not, love doesn't do that.
No, there are times where my depression is so fucking bad and I'm just over everything. And I never go, hey, babe, I'm going to leave for 2 weeks. Talk to you when I talk to you.
Yeah.
I have to figure myself out. It is a, hey, babe, I'm going up to this. Like, I'm going through this. Just so you're aware, if I'm off, I'm depressed.
Right.
What are you going to say?
That she's leaving. She's already left. She's gone.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where she manipulated the situation to make it easier to get out of.
Yeah. As somebody who used to be super scared of confrontation, I would make up shit like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says she knows for sure that there is no way that she could just not ever talk to me again. She doesn't think it could take a year or even 6 months, but it could take a month or a week. She just doesn't know.
You need to sever ties and walk away. It's really what it comes down to. You either want this or you don't. I'm not fucking sitting here waiting on you to decide what you want to do.
Right.
And if you truly wanted this and you truly loved me and that's what you believed, we wouldn't be doing this right now.
Oh, dude, you're in your early 30s. There's a woman out there right now who knows damn well what she wants in life. And there's not going to bring that ring around of, nah, my parents don't disrespect my man. What? Make you feel good?
Mm-hmm.
So this would be, I would reach out to her and I would say, look, I understand you're going through it right now. Either you want to be with me or you don't. And if you don't want to be with me, you can go ahead and say that. And if she sends back a text message of, oh, I'm just working through things and I don't know how long it's going to take and this and that, and be like, okay, good luck. Whatever you want to say to send off, and be like, okay. And then I wouldn't have contact again. I don't play games. I don't do the rigmarole. This is not Ripley's Believe It or Not. We are not paying admission to leave whenever we can. It's up to you. I am not somebody who's willing to experience that kind of heartbreak and then be pulled back in just to hear, oh, well, I don't know, maybe. Well, my parents said this. Well, I'm not trying to be with your parents. I'm trying to build a life with you. What do you want? He said, hard truth to hear, but I really do believe that is the best thing for me. I have always let her come and go. I really need to stand up for myself for once. You really do.
Yeah, you should. Your life changes when you realize that you have value and self-worth and like your confidence goes up even 10%. Everything around you changes. The way people treat you changes.
The people you attract.
How long have you been going to the gym? And are you dieting or are you just lifting? A month now. Okay, so you're not even 6 weeks in yet. I'm starting slow. If you start a diet plan and you're actually counting macros, there's things that you can do and things that you can learn for that. Books you can read. Mm-hmm. The Carb Cycling Guide by Shelby Starnes is a really good book that will teach you dieting based off of your macros and calorie needs. read that book, implement a diet plan, work out 4 to 5 days a week for the next 6 months. And at the end of that 6 months, you will be an entirely different fucking person.
Mm-hmm. When you get hungry, I'm a binge eater, and it tends to kick in at like 6 o'clock at night. I used to really binge eat from like midnight to 2 a.m. When my cravings would kick in, I would just chug water. Starting at like 6 o'clock at night, nothing else is going in my mouth besides water. That's how I really curbed. Don't fucking look at me like that. You slut. Stop it.
Yeah.
And don't let her back in your life. Quit it. I'm getting like butterflies in my titties. Little honeybees. I am like that as well. Late at night donuts or that slice of cake. I used to wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, go eat a slice of cake and chug some Mountain Dew and go right back to bed. I was saying, don't let her back into your life until she is able to show you that she has her parents in check when it comes to her individual life and her choices. In a year, your life is going to be so different.
Yeah.
Don't give in to her. Don't do it.
I want a 6-month update.
I would like a 6-month update too.
Yep. And I mean, I would be willing to go as far as to help you with your diet. I don't know what your actual weight is. But if you send me a an email to the To Be Better thing, just type in diet coaching so that I know it's for you and the screeners can get it to me. I'll even write out a diet plan for you to stick with. It's not hard. I did this shit for years. Mm-hmm. Like an actual certified trainer. I'm not just some fucking scrub on the internet. But I would like a 6-month update. What are you doing?
Dropping things and hoping nothing breaks.
Oh.
That
sounded like a fish out of water over there.
That was pure panic.
What was it?
My vape.
Oh.
And the glass cartridge. I'm over here fiddling with it because I never ordered a fidget toy.
Oh. Do it by yourself, man. You learn a lot. You learn a lot doing things on your own.
In 6 months, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so content by yourself, doing whatever you want, hobbies you enjoy.
Yeah.
You want to go to Olive Garden on Friday night at 8 o'clock? Go get them breadsticks. Pick it up to go.
Don't get the breadsticks.
Go back home. Why?
Because he's trying to fucking diet.
Oh, yeah, the carbs. Do it on a cheat
Come
day.
On. Be a better role model.
We had cheat days every Sunday.
Yeah, because they were earned.
Right. So if he's doing the work, he's allowed to have breadsticks. If he wants the breadsticks on the designated day for a cheat meal.
It's a refeed.
Only one.
All right.
A single breadstick. I'm excited for your journey, man. I'm excited for that update.
You're welcome. Let's jump into the next one.
Okay. I'm scared to have this convo with my boyfriend. 25 female restaurant manager, has been with the SO for 2.5 years. Not a traditional relationship. SO is a 32-year-old male. He is in the career of landscaping with no children.
Ugh, that job sucks.
They live together. Okay. Hello, Peaches and Chris. I'm going to read that again. Hello, Chris and Peaches.
I see what you did there.
I am 25, female, and have BPD, and I'm still on the road to better myself and hold myself accountable. I'm glad you got that. With that being said, I never hold others accountable. Pretty sure I made a note about this. Hang on. Let me just... I was trying so hard to make my notes so efficient. They're too efficient, and now I can't find it. It's all correlated to the inside of that book.
Yeah.
Yep. I have struggled with this for years, but I am now in a much better place than in the prior years. I myself have been diagnosed with BPD and have learned better ways to communicate and speak up when I'm wronged. In this instance, I struggle to find the right approach to speak to my boyfriend about something I came across recently. Okay. When cleaning our room, I went to throw a sweater in his closet, and upon doing so, I found this small box on the top shelf. It was an empty box to an adult toy that I had never seen before. I left the box and never said anything. For weeks, I have looked up, down, and around the house and cannot find the toy itself anywhere. I don't mind that he had one, but we have a whole box designated for these items and it's not in there. If it's not there, where could it be? I bet he has the answer.
Yeah, imagine that.
I know this man wouldn't cheat on me, but I do believe he has a very bad adult film addiction. Over the past few years, I have discovered DVDs, magazines, albums of his ex on his phone, and history on his social media of all these different types of girls on OnlyFans that I look nothing like. I am not his type. His type is a slender, e-girl, goth, fairy type of woman.
Wait, what is an e-goth?
An e-girl.
What is that?
Like the uwu, that bullshit, I think.
Exactly that.
Yeah, I did it.
There's a name for that, huh?
I guess.
Huh.
I always thought they were anime chicks, and then someone said e-girl, and I guess that's.
Okay.
And then goth, and then fairy. Is that like blonde women or something? What is a fairy? Like petite women? I do my hair like that. Oh wow, I had my hair like that earlier. That's not what I look like, is it?
No, no,
Okay.
it's not.
Good. Fantastic. That's on par for me. Just saying, I'm not trying to hate on her. Nothing, just. Like petite, I guess, referring to what fairy woman means. Those girls who like to hang out in forest and pick berries.
Well, that would be you.
That would be me. I love foraging. Came across some raspberries the other day when we were walking in the woods, and I was like, ooh, can I take these? And I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know what fertilizes over here. I almost bought tomato grapes today. We went to Lowe's, and there were little tomato grapes. There was one really ripe one, and I was like, ooh, I can take it home and I can do the thing.
Tomatoes are so easy to grow in Florida.
So excited to have that garden out there. All right. I am a plus-size woman who falls under none of those categories. Just recently, a relative of an ex of his from his early 20s reached out to a mutual friend of ours. When she, the relative, discovered that our mutual friend knew me, the friend then reached out to tell me of the conversation they had. The relative had asked when I was going to leave my boyfriend. When the friend asked why, the relative explained how my boyfriend apparently cheated on her relative, including getting explicit pictures from his ex. I don't understand. Okay, hang on. Just recently, a relative of an ex from his friend from the early 20s. I don't have a pen. Do you have a pen?
Yeah, but I'm not giving it up.
Why?
Get wrecked. Do you want the triangular pin or the round pin? They're both sacred rights tattoo
I like the
pins.
triangular one.
I'm not going to throw it.
I'd catch it.
I know you would, but in the event that I stuck you in the eye or something, I'd feel bad. I said his ex-girlfriend's sister. I have to go on those.
Okay.
While you try to map out whatever it is you're mapping.
All right, so we have the ex's sister. Ooh, I just wrote this. This is my notebook for choice theory, guys, and I am... This is now a page in it. Okay, so we have the sister of the ex. Reached out. We're going to call her Ashley. This is a mutual friend, and I'm making up that name. So reached out to Ashley. Ashley found out that she knew the emailer. So she reached out and was like, oh my God, girl, what's going on? So they have a conversation. The relative had asked when I was going to leave my boyfriend. So the sister asked Ashley, so when is she going to leave? What you doing?
I was blowing my nose.
Bullshit. That was,
Pay attention, woman.
that was the sexiest expulsion of mucus I've ever seen in my life.
What?
I don't know. If I give you like $100 bill, will you do that again?
Did Chris flash her? Nope, I didn't. I actually did not.
Hey, babe.
What?
Can I borrow $100? Oh, okay. So the relative asked when she was going to leave. So ex-sister asked Ashley, hey, when is she going to leave? The boyfriend, let's call him... The only thing coming to my mind is McGregor. So he's McGregor. When the friend asked why, so Ashley was like, why? Why would you ask that? The sister was like, oh, well, McGregor cheated on my sister, right? Okay. So the sister was like, oh my gosh, Ashley, you didn't hear? Like, he cheated on my sister. And then was receiving photos from his ex. So when he was with the ex, he was receiving photos from another ex.
Okay, the real question is it was not with her, so why is it relevant?
I'm so confused.
If he cheated on the last girl he was with and that's not you,
Right, why does it matter?
why is this relevant? Sorry, guys. I was playing with my fidget spinner. I have learned that I can get it going really fast and then touch it to the back of the mouse for my computer very gently, and it makes really cool sounds. And the difference of pressure makes it change the sound. That's what boredom does. My ADHD, if I have that, is like, hey, you guys.
I was about to say, baby, that's not boredom. All right, so she's typing out a long thing, so I'm going to continue reading. Okay, never mind. She sent it. It's just that they had the conversation in the first place. I don't know his ex's sister, so it was very weird for her to go to our friend and even speak about it. Some people are just busybodies. They want to start shit and then hear about the shit that happened because they said something. I put absolutely zero weight in anything anybody says unless there is very solid proof of it directly affecting my life.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't care. You can talk about me all you want. I mean, clearly, she still hung up on whatever happened because your boyfriend might have been a shitty boyfriend to her sister.
Yo, Jeff Graham is in the chat.
Oh, shit. If you guys don't follow Jeffrey Graham on TikTok, you should. It's Jeffrey Graham Tattoos. Somebody is getting ready to do the thing in the chat.
Yeah, hopefully. While they're doing that, for you guys who would like your emails expedited, you can send that. You can go to our website, tobebetter.co. Click on the downloads, and there is a form you can fill out. It gives you all the information on how to submit the email, how much it is, and all that fun stuff so that we can expedite your emails.
Do you think this will work?
Nope.
It is.
Did it?
Oh my God. It's not hard enough.
Yeah, we just need to order you the pin for the Surface.
I got so excited. I don't like the way it feels chalky on my fingertips. All right. So Ashley also mentioned, oh no, the sister also mentioned that he had issues with hiding around the house a phone he would explicitly use for adult films, which is very similar to what I'm going through now with his other phone I found around the house now sometimes. He has been struggling with addiction for over 10 years. How do I address this? Thank you. I would straight up ask him, I found a box in your closet and it is not something that we use together. So what's going on? You are hiding this. Why are you hiding things from me? We don't do that. We don't hide things from each other.
No, we don't, especially when it comes to sexual stuff. Because why would you do that?
What are you doing?
I am putting my phone back up. I actually just sent Jeff Graham a message that I didn't want to put into the chat. We will be interviewing him here pretty soon. My whiskey wall should be done by Sunday of next weekend. And then we got to get Jeff Graham in for an interview.
Are we emailing him and interviewing him and his wife?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get him and Angie into the whiskey room.
I can't wait to talk about the industry.
Yeah.
I miss being a body piercer.
I don't. Not even a little bit.
I just poked my own eyeball with my glasses, guys. Surface work is one of my favorite things to do. I would have more surface work on me if it didn't reject so easily.
Yeah.
I really like the surface bar I had on my chest.
For those of you who are in Discord and Patreon, the live stream that we do on Friday night should be fairly interesting. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but...
Can you repeat that for me?
So for those of you who are in Discord and Patreon, when we do our live stream on Friday for Patreon, there will be some interesting things happening.
I wonder what it is, guys. All right, so she said, absolutely right. Whenever I do try to talk about issues similar to this, he kind of deflects it and turns it on me. Like if I were to go through his phone and mention his history, why were you looking at this in the first place? Dramatic pause.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of lack of trust in all of this.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. If I found a photo album of a bunch of your ex's dudes on your phone, after how long we've been together, that would be a massive issue. So I tend to not bring these up because of my anxiety. So you're just going to live like this?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, when it comes down to it, the inability to communicate means that you have no real foundation. Like,
there's no trust that he's not going to lash.
Right. And if you don't feel safe in your relationship, that says a lot.
Yeah. When there's no safety and there's no trust, you really don't have anything besides you guys living together and maybe having sex.
Right.
Girl, you have done so much work on yourself. You've become a functioning adult and trying to have a good and healthy relationship. You're really going to let a man like this take that from you?
I would like to point out that she has borderline.
Right.
And the fact that she hasn't blown that fucking house up says a lot.
Right. I blow up internally. No. Your life, so my inner me, when I think of me on the inside of my universe, I'm like, have you guys seen Moana? So, the green goddess, I can't remember her name. Oh my goodness, what is her name? Efiti? Either way, that's how I picture myself. Like I have a flower crown. I am the definition of growth and thriving and watered and misted. And when my inner peace is destroyed, Tefiti. It's Tefiti. Tefiti? Tefiti. You guys know what I'm talking about. The green chick from Moana. So if your inner world is not calm and peaceful, And it's constant rage and anger, and I can't believe he would do this to me. What are you going to do to calm those waters again? Because living that way is absolutely miserable. And you deserve so much more out of life than that. What were you laughing at?
Because I was going to make a Tree Fitty joke. But the moment passed.
That was funny. Sometimes I really just don't understand people and how they're so willing to hurt the people they claim they love. Like, dude, if you wanted to do something freaky, just say it.
Right. I mean, that's what your partner's supposed to be to you.
Right. I don't know. I would initiate that conversation. I would say, I found this box. It's an empty box. It is not with our toys that we use together. Why did you hide this from me?
Right.
And then whatever conversation he has, I would then say, this is an issue. This has been an ongoing issue. In order for us to progress with our relationship in a healthy way, this is something that I think that has to be addressed. Is that good?
Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to instigate things because I'm gonna do it.
Your asshole's showing a little
It's
bit.
gonna be showing. It's about to be showing a lot. Here's a thought. It's a toy she's never seen before, and a box she just happened to find at the top of the closet. That box is now empty, and that toy is no longer to be found. What are the chances of that being somebody else's toy that was forgotten, left behind, hidden, and then returned?
What do you mean?
I mean exactly that.
I need you to repeat that because that made no sense to me.
If that toy belonged to someone else,
Okay.
they used it, the person left and forgot it, he put it in a box to hide it, and then returned it to that person.
Like a cheating situation?
Yes, like a cheating situation.
What's the toy?
Well, they didn't say. She didn't say what
Well,
it
now I'm
was.
going to need to know what the toy is. Because if it's like a self-pleasuring thing for him, that's different from like a...
Right. Well, we don't know. It wasn't said.
Yeah, self-pleasuring thing. The classic shot.
Take it easy, Jeff.
Have a
If you
good
guys-
night, Jeff.
If you guys don't follow him, follow him.
I appreciate Jeff.
Me too. One of my best friends.
All right. Any final thoughts?
Nope. But I would confront his ass
I would too, and I would not settle for anything.
because you guys holding shit in and not having those conversations will allow that to fester.
That's how you build resentment.
Yeah, it builds a whole lot of everything. When things settle like that and it sits there, things that otherwise wouldn't be a problem start becoming a problem. And then all those little things start to sit and fester, and before you know it, your body's got an infection. Like, you need to get that shit out. Have those discussions. It's important. Have it before you get angry. Have it before it becomes a fucking issue.
When you're still calm about it.
Right. And if this scenario is a him toy and it's something he uses, just be like, look, I'll use it for you. Don't make it fucking weird. Like,
Bro, I'm a
that's
breathing one.
right. That's time that we could have intimacy together. Like,
Right.
I don't know. What's in the box?
I know that wasn't a funny movie. I know.
No, but that scene was,
Oh.
it was not supposed to be, but it really was.
It really was.
Brad Pitt's most comedic performance next to screaming at Edward Norton about shooting his imaginary friend in front of 400 pounds of nitroglycerin.
What?
Fight Club.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yep.
I can quote almost that entire movie.
It's a really good movie. Do you want to watch that tonight?
No.
Smoke a bunch of those dabs.
Oh, man. It'd be bad for you.
Ooh, I could take some concentrate and watch it. I get something new every time we watch that movie.
Somebody said, why keep the box, though? I wonder if he stopped hiding it in the box because it was moved or, like, messed with. And he realized that it was messed with. So he had to hide it somewhere else. Maybe it's in the air vent now.
I'd feel like that's a very dusty place to keep something you use for glazing a honey bun. That was a good one instead of the same thing I've been saying. You're both absolutely right, and I really thought of it in these ways. He did move it, but I found it again because I'm a little crazy.
See?
Nah, girl, I would have found it too. Like, okay, oh, so now we're moving places.
You just leave it on the counter. Let him be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I found it twice. I didn't know if we were playing hide and seek, but if so, I wanted to let you know I found it a third time.
Yeah. Just letting you know that I'm part of the game now.
Yeah.
Found it the first time, patted myself on the back, and I found it the second time. So clearly I'm really good at this. You need to up your game, bud.
Yeah. Start sticking Post-it notes on it. Found you.
2-0, I win. That's the way I would do it. I'm so fucking petty. I put 2-0, I win, try again, and just put it in the box. And you know he found it when he starts acting up. Yeah. Start acting weird. Or he's angry all of a sudden for no reason.
Man. All right.
I'll just buy him the same one. I'd be like, I found the empty box. I don't know if you lost it or anything. So here, babe, I got you.
That's funny.
Got this one on Amazon, though. It's $20.
All right. Our last person ever joined the chat. Can you ask Lost Girl, are you in the chat?
Lost Girl. We're looking for Lost Girl. Has anybody seen Lost Girl?
She's our last email, right? Are we
last one?
Is this is the second, or was this the third that we just read?
So that last one was 3. This is
wow.
number 4.
We're just moving right along tonight. 3 emails in an hour? Crazy.
Serve it to him for dinner. Oh, babe, I know you had such a long day today. Let me go get you something to eat real quick. I have a whole spread. I've been working on it all evening. I'm so excited to sit down. And then I'll go put on a little something cute, right? Come around dinner, I would go all out. I'd give a silver platter. And I'd be like, here you go, babe. And I'd leave the dish thing on top of it. And then I would sit down across from him and I'd wait and be like, all right, after you. And then do the thing. And then it's just the box. Well, clearly you have an appetite for something, babe. I get so spicy. I don't think you guys should take advice from Spicy Me.
Yeah, no, you really don't.
Logic Me, the person 4 minutes ago, that's who you should take advice from.
Well, she's not here. I guess we should read it anyways, though. We just won't be able to ask questions because they did pay for the expedited email.
On with the show.
Can't wait until that whiskey room is done.
Isn't Moulin Rouge a song by Christina Aguilera and Pink and...
That was a song from the movie.
That's such a good song. I'm adding that to my playlist. Hang on, guys. Babe, the show's on you for a minute.
Is it?
Yeah. You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm so entertaining.
Moulin Rouge. No, not the soundtrack. I don't want the soundtrack.
You do actually, because that's where that song's at.
Oh, there's Lady Marmalade.
That's the song. That's the song.
That's the one. Oh, I can't play it. We'll get kicked off. Stop. I want to do karaoke so bad. I really, really do. I've been practicing in my car. I listen to vocal coaches on YouTube. I just really feel like I have some songs I'll really nail. Like Smooth by Santana.
Who?
Smooth.
By who?
Santana.
Who's that?
Is that not the band?
That's not the band.
What's
That's not
the
even the
band?
guy's name.
What's the band?
It's Carlos Santana.
Santana.
With Rob Thomas, yeah.
Santana. What did I say?
Santera.
Santera.
Yeah, not even, no.
What's the correct one?
Fucking Zach. All right, I'm guessing Lost Girl's not coming. Let's run the last email, and then we can get into some questions or super chats.
Okay. Advice, if any. This is from a 24-year-old female, third shift supervisor from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Has been in a relationship for 2 years and have known the person for 2 years. Outrageous.
So they met and jumped right in. Yep.
Deep dive into the shallow end and hope for the best. They do not have a traditional relationship. She is with a 27-year-old male who is a second shift supervisor security from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. So they have very contradicting shifts. Mm-hmm. They have one child who is 9 months. Person got pregnant 9 months into the relationship. Got pregnant with our first 9 months. First 9 months of our relationship. I got pregnant with our first 9 months of our relationship. Okay, I'm hung up on that. They live with his parents and their one child. I've started listening to your podcast recently and honestly don't want to take advantage of your time, but I need your help. I have never been in a healthy relationship until I met the other quarter of my life now. I say quarter because I also share my life with my daughter, who is the other quarter of my life.
It would technically be a third.
I reserve the other quarter for myself because I have to take myself into account, plus family and friends. So it's her, him, the kid, and then everybody else.
Okay.
I would say if I were a pie graph, my self-care would be the largest percentage at like 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I ain't right, nobody else is right.
I don't think I'd be able to do a pie chart.
No.
I like pie too much. I eat it.
All right. My previous relationships were abusive because we love the people we think we deserve. My first relationship was abusive. I was 15. That lasted roughly 6 months before I decided I didn't deserve that treatment. My second boyfriend, who was 21 at the time, was also abusive. I was 16 when he met me, young and naive, but so was he, so I really can't blame him for everything. He's adult.
Yeah, that's called pedophilia.
That is statutory rape.
To the wood chipper.
No, somebody who's in their early 20s, yes, they are young and naive. Young and naive does not include sleeping with somebody under the age of 18 or putting your hands on them. Young and naive is not an excuse to be a piece of shit human being in a relationship.
Right.
I want to clarify that. After he had abused me, I decided I was done allowing him to take advantage of my stupidity. I wouldn't say it was stupidity. I would say it was lack of self-worth and self-esteem. Stupidity is a way to put yourself down, and you're not able to pick yourself up when you're degrading to yourself.
How old is she now?
She is 24, I believe. 24. I love this screen. Thank you for this, Daddy.
You're welcome.
I then ended up in an emotionally abusive relationship for roughly 3 years. I really thought I would be able to change this man and make the relationship work. With every relationship, I learned something new about myself, but with every relationship, I lost more and more trust in the people that I choose to love me. I love that she said that I choose to love me.
Right.
Because she's taken that acknowledgement of these are the people that I'm allowing into my life. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay.
Great.
All right. Context. My fiance has shared with me that in his good old days, while he was in middle school and elementary school, he would cheat on females relentlessly.
Why are we talking about what's going on in elementary school, middle school?
Right.
Who gives a shit?
Okay. However, he fell in love with a single girl and stopped playing games. This man, at the age of 16, was making plans to have a family and start a life with this girl he was in love with. This boy, at the age of 16, was making plans to have a family and start a life with the girl that he was in love with. But the girl found out that about his past and all the other girls that he cheated on and broke up with him. Yeah. Kind of what happens. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because everyone has a past.
Right.
And who gives a shit about what happens when somebody's 15 and 16 years old? Or what happened in elementary school?
Right.
How is this relevant to what's happening right now?
I don't know.
That was a decade ago
Yeah.
for her.
Yes.
That was a half of a lifetime ago almost for her. When you think about it.
Yeah. He was devastated for years and stayed single for 10 years, living with his parents and helping to support his household. He also has extreme communication issues. He was raised to think that men can't have emotions, and his mother was the kind of woman to walk away from an argument. Communication is a hard thing not only for him, but his family, so he never really learned how to communicate properly. I wish she was in the chat so I could ask why they're living at home with his parents.
Right. Because, he's helping his parents financially. And if he's really that good well off, why are they living there with a kid?
So context. My family is a shit show, and I will be the first one to say that. By my family, I mean my biological family. My mother is an alcoholic narcissist, and my father doesn't help due to the fact that he is an alcoholic as well. My mother is an amazing human. However, she was one of those women who does everything on her own, a strong, independent woman, and she really took that out on everyone around her when she drank.
She a diagnosed narcissist, or is this just you using buzzwords? I'm already over this email.
Yeah. My father is a traditional man, and in my opinion, a gentleman. However, as I mentioned before, he is an alcoholic, which fuels my mother. Which fuels my mother's narcissistic behavior and alcoholism. My parents' motto was tough love, and so love was tough for me. I am a twin, and growing up, my parents put me on a pedestal and expected me to do great things. My parents expected me to have good grades, good behavior, positive attitude, no drugs, and a college master's degree for law. I don't see anything wrong with those expectations.
I don't see how any of this is relevant to what's going on in her life right now. She
Right.
she obviously doesn't have a degree in law.
No, I am now a supervisor working security at a car dealership.
Yeah.
Do they work at the same place? Opposite shifts? I wish she was in the chat. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with those expectations. Even saying like, I would love for you to go to college and like get a master's degree in law. I would love to see that success for you. There's nothing wrong with having high expectations for your child. Now, forcing your child into a degree that they never wanted or a career path that they would never choose for themselves is wrong for a parent to do. Just to clarify that. However, I am happy. His family is wonderful and incredibly embracing, which is the opposite of my family. His mom still does his laundry and dishes, and she's the one who cleans his bathroom. Now I do laundry and clean the bathroom. Give me one moment. This man's almost 30 and his mom's been doing his laundry for him the whole time. That would be a red flag to me.
He lives at home with his parents.
Right. Say there was a medical issue or whatever. I don't know. If I were dating a man and he's almost in his 30s, you're like, yeah, I live at home and my mom does all my laundry and she cleans my bathroom for me. That would be
The
a
difference
turn off for me.
the difference in the generational shit between from age group to age group is fucking astonishing.
Yeah.
There are people currently in the chat that are my age, and I guarantee you the women that are in my age group would have never dated a man who lived at home with his mom in their 20s. This is not a thing.
Yeah.
And now it's okay. Like everybody's like, oh, you live at home with your mom? I mean, it's just knock me up. Give it to me, daddy.
Right,
like
because they're filling needs. They're not
I
looking
don't
for
fucking
families.
get that, man.
His father is the one who puts shelves up and does the maintenance of the house. He is the one to take the trash out and most of the time will complain about this task. His mother is horrible with finances and controls the money. Honestly, the only downside to this family is that all of them are incredibly irresponsible with their money. Example of this being, we live in an old house built in 1959. There are a lot of things that need to be replaced or fixed, the windows being one of them because the windows are from 1959. Instead of getting the windows replaced, they spent $40,000 on solar that is going to waste because the AC is leaking right now. Because the AC is leaking right out the fucking windows.
That actually doesn't matter because AC units don't get hooked to solar power. Because most of your power bill is AC. And when you get solar panels installed on your house, they tell you that they will not connect the main unit to the solar panels. Mm-hmm. Even if you have a Tesla battery, and I know this because I have fucking solar panels, you don't run your main AC unit on solar panels or on a Tesla battery. You'll be lucky to get your well hooked up on it if you're on a well. Here's a real question. How are you going to judge them how they're spending their money when you fucking live there?
Right.
Why don't you get your own place before you start throwing stones in a glass house? Oh, I'm sorry. The broken window glass house. Oh, man.
I tried to explain this to his parents that the windows would need to be fixed first and that the state, Arizona, will pay for a large portion of the installation of windows. They decided to go against what I had to say once again, and once again, we are right back in debt.
How are we in debt? You live with them.
Right, hang on. So both of our families have issues in their own right. Okay. So I wanted to read that because the next thing's another context. You have absolutely no right to be telling his parents how to spend the money on their house that they are gracious enough to let you and your family live in.
Right.
That is not how that works. If they wanted to spend $40,000 on jet skis and hot dogs, that's what they could have fucking done.
Damn, I like hot dogs.
Right. It's frivolous spending.
Comedic break, babe.
Context. All right, here's the start to everything. After getting out of the relationship of 3 years, I decided that I didn't want a monogamous relationship. So I made the decision that I was going to have an open relationship where all my needs could be thoroughly met through each individual. Well, let's be honest, I was in a bad relationship for 3 years and wanted to do a little exploring. At the time, we were working security together, and I was most certainly attracted to this man, so I decided the worst thing he could do was say no to my request to join me in bed. However, he did the opposite. Thank God. He actually took me up on my offer, and trust me, we both acted on the invitation right away. It looks like she wrote invention. Something I did notice when being with him sexually is that he had a hard time getting his drill sergeant to stand at attention. I questioned him about this, and he told me it was his antidepressants. I put the issue aside and decided to embrace him anyway because there is so much more to loving someone than their performance in the bedroom. Don't start having intercourse with someone before you get to know them on a deep level as a person. We have said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to keep reiterating it. Do not lay down and spread your legs for someone that you do not know who they are. How could you say there's so much more to loving someone when you were working with the guy, found him hot and said, hey, you want to go get in bed together? And he was like, yeah, why not?
You were asking that question to somebody who lives in a disposable world with swipe culture.
Dating and everything is so off course right now. It makes me very sad. And I am such a blessed individual to have such a fantastic marriage.
And my drill sergeant stands at attention. Everybody in the chat's going stupid about that right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Zach was like, how do I word that? And I was like, drill sergeant standing at attention.
Yeah. I was like, how much do I want to push this? Because he does still work and he actually responds very well.
Who?
Your drill
I
sergeant.
thought you were talking about the guy on there. I was, how do you know he
No.
works? And what? I sent you something like 45 minutes ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, you got on me about looking at my phone, so I don't do that anymore. You guys, he sent me a dirty text message. Oh, you make me feel so good about myself.
I try.
I love it when you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all giddy and excited now.
What?
He said Peaches whisper incoming.
Oh.
Is it because I leaned forward?
No, it's because he can hear the chat before they do, because he's in Discord.
That's hilarious. Okay. After a couple of weeks of messing around in the bedroom, we both had a serious discussion on what exactly we wanted to do with this connection that was growing between us. He stated that he wanted to take the relationship further and do a more serious level. He was honest that he didn't want an open relationship, which I understood and agreed that I would stay in a monogamous relationship with him. He agreed to do the same with me. On the matter of his issue with his drill sergeant, he also had an issue getting the drill sergeant to stay standing at attention and still does. This dude's in... Hang on. How old is this guy?
Could be a whole lot of reasons for that.
He's 27.
Yeah, still could be a whole lot of reasons for that.
Okay.
Could be a whole lot of things.
Oh, my ears hurt so bad. I feel like they can breathe. Okay. Early on in the relationship, I noticed that he was looking at other females on social media, but they looked absolutely nothing like me.
Why does everybody say that? Every time somebody's got somebody that's looking at other girls, it's never like the girl that they're dating. Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because they can fucking look at you whenever they want. If they have a woman that looks a specific way in their life and they want something else and they start looking for it, of course they're going to look for something else. This is common sense.
Yeah.
And every single person that says that shit's like, hey, they look nothing like me. You think?
You're not as tight.
Why would they be looking exactly for what he already has or what she already has? When I go look for cars, do you think I ever look for the same car twice?
No.
Yeah, because I already got that one. I don't need it again.
I was just thinking that literally is like shopping on a market. I had asked him if he was genuinely attracted to me, to which he stated that him being attracted to me doesn't matter and that he loves me for the person that I am. So this is early on in the relationship after a few weeks of fooling around. They're already saying, I love you for who you are.
Yeah, relationship's doomed.
I asked him if he was genuinely attracted to me, to which he stated that him being attracted to me doesn't matter. That's a yes or no question,
Right.
babe.
Yeah, it is. And if you answer with anything other than yes, you're saying no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be... If I needed reassurance and validation, I was like, hey, babe, I'm feeling really bad about myself. Are you still attracted to me? And you said anything but yes, it's going to take a whole lot of self-restraint to not start, like, breaking plates and shit.
Game on.
Don't do this to me.
You're going to ask me that one day, and I'm going to hit you with an answer that still says yes without saying yes.
You
just
already
to
do
see
that.
if I can poke the bear.
No, you already do that. I'm already prepared for something like that. So if it doesn't sound exactly like a no, I'm going to ask you again. Be like, okay, babe, was that a yes or a no? You already answer me in riddles.
I don't answer you in riddles.
You're like Rumpelstiltskin.
No.
Yes. You answer in riddles, and I have to feel like I'm going on an exploration in the Amazon trying to find the answer to the question.
I'm a deep thinker.
I can tell. I can really tell. You definitely have the philosopher's mind. Did I say Rumpelstiltskin wrong? Is that not it?
I actually think it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh no, I'm about to be corrected, guys. Here I go again.
There you go. Jen just types it out.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yep. Rumply foreskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. 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 It's the same thing. Okay.
Close enough. Fuck it.
By the end of the conversation, he admitted that I am not his type and I am not his dream girl, but that he is attracted to parts of me.
Oh, I'm not attracted to you, but I'll fuck you until something better comes along.
That's really what he said.
Yeah.
That's really what he just said. I've noticed him growing distant and short with me in ways that he never was before, and instead of asking him what the issue could be, I snuck on his phone and found him talking to other females on Snapchat. I immediately brought it to his attention, so he deleted the app as well as Facebook and Instagram. I told him that I don't have an issue with him talking to females on OnlyFans or something like that due to the fact that I see the matter as a transaction. He then spent a lot of time out with me on our weekends, and he would constantly buy me flowers, which he never does.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Wait. They live at home at his parents' house.
Correct.
With a child.
Yes.
And she is okay with him paying for pictures of pussy but not getting it for free because it's a transaction?
It's not just pictures. They do like videos and shit. Like they can request something for a certain price, and that person will do whatever personalized thing that person wants for them.
People can do that on Snapchat for free.
Right.
So she's okay with him wasting money to get attention.
Right.
And paying for it, but not getting it for free on Snapchat.
Yeah.
So it's okay to cheat in one format, but not the other.
Yes. From what she's saying, correct.
Oh my God.
I think you are interpreting this properly. Okay. He then spent a lot of time out with me on our weekends, and he would constantly buy me flowers, which he never does. And I begged this man to buy me flowers, and he all of a sudden started buying me these things. It threw me off. I then went through his phone again and again, and I did this without permission. I found him on dating apps talking to other girls. He stated that it was for content, but I can't get past the fact that he was on dating apps.
Content for what? Is he doing OnlyFans?
No, it's some bullshit excuse. I understand that I'm in the wrong for looking at his phone without his permission in the first place, so who should have a lack of faith in the relationship? He's cheating on you.
Well, she's okay with it as long as he's paying for it. Would she be okay with an escort or a prostitute? Because he's paying for it. It's a transaction.
What I don't understand is she was totally okay with open relationships until she met this man.
Yeah.
So if he wants an open relationship, then I would have that conversation of, well, clearly you're speaking to other women. If we're going to do this, we're going to be in an open relationship, and I'm going to go have my fun time while you go and do yours. I honestly wouldn't be with somebody who was like, yeah, I'm attracted to parts of you. You have really nice elbows.
You tell me I have nice knees all the time.
You really do.
I'm starting to feel like there's an issue in our attraction. You're only attracted to parts of me. This is bullshit.
No, I stare at your cock a lot more than these. If you're going to feel like an object or...
Well, there's that. There is that.
I'm trying to give my everything to this man. I really am. You shouldn't be giving your everything to this man because this man isn't that into you. I just can't seem to give him my trust, and I understand that this is a me issue, but also at the same time, he doesn't seem to understand how this makes me feel and why.
I wonder if he has a hard time getting it up with the other people he's talking to.
Or he's seeing it so much elsewhere that his dick don't work no more.
Well, and that could be a thing. We know for a fact that people who overindulge in porn,
it changes your brain.
Right, and it changes the dopamine response, and it makes them a lot harder for them to actually perform in a normal functioning scenario.
He says he doesn't want to be with anyone but me, but I feel like he's still talking to other females. He has deleted everything, but he always brags that he can hide things from me because I'm not technologically smart. He's not joking or bragging. Like, he's dead ass. He's probably still hiding things from you. So what he's doing is hiding things from me. Yes. I just can't seem to trust anything, and I don't know if it's my fault or if I need to see the bigger picture. I love him so much and really need help. I feel like I can save this like he wants to save things. Like I said, he has deleted all the apps and social media, and I've asked him to be kinder to me when I forget things, and he has. He has a bad habit of not texting me back at work, and he's made the effort to do so. He's become more serious about maintaining the house and our future. We finally set a date for our marriage. Yay. We are sitting down and having more serious relationships. And also had more conversations on how some of his actions or words make me feel, and I feel like he's making an effort to understand. Again, I love this man, and I know that he loves me. Just how much? From what you've told me, not a whole lot. I'm not the person to be asking this question. I can't tell you how much he loves you. Based on what you've told us that he has said and done to you.
The real question is why are you actually planning on marrying somebody who has been openly cheating on you? Because even though you don't view porn, OnlyFans as cheating, everything else that he was doing is, you are going to marry somebody who cannot financially support you. The two of you together cannot live on your own, and you have a child. Marriages cost money unless you're going to go to the courthouse and elope. Hypothetically, if you're going to actually spend money on a wedding, wouldn't it be smarter to take that money and get your own place?
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable. I wouldn't marry this man. I honestly don't know why you emailed us.
Right, I don't either. There's not really any was there even a question at the end of that?
Again, I love this man, and I know that he loves me. Just how much? Question mark.
No idea.
That's why I said, based on what you've told us in the email, you're not his dream girl.
Right.
You're not the girl that he imagined spending the rest of his life with. It seems like you guys have a kid together now, and he's just kind of settling.
Right. And looking for the external satisfaction.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Some of these emails really just...
So, new rule
Yes.
for the screeners. Let's not do that again. Do we have, I know somebody else recently just submitted a payment. Do we have another one to read, or are we going to call it a night? Number 5 is ready, he said. Oh, we just got a $30 super chat.
$30 super chat.
From Big Dog.
I almost barked.
Yeah. We'll get to the super chats at the end of this.
Okay.
But thank you. I did see the super. We appreciate that. Do we want to read number 5, or you want to call it a night? It's 8:45. We've only been on it. We've been at it for less than 2 hours.
Yeah, we can do number 5.
Is it a long one, Zach? Very short. Yeah,
very short.
Let's run number 5 then.
Okay.
Jenny, these emails that are like this, yeah, you're doing right by junking them. We want to get excuse me, we want to get back to the emails that we were getting in the beginning that had real sustenance to them, that had real questions. People who have been together for a long time. We're not, Florida man and meth girl living in a trailer park with their parents and all the fucking nonsense that comes along with it. Like we want to get back to really helping people that's got their shit together. They're calling for an encore. Somebody said anything is better than this. We can read a thank you when we're done.
Yeah,
End this motherfucker on a high note. I'm going to go get another glass of water.
Okay, can you get me a cream soda, please?
I'll give you some cream.
You better shut the fuck up. I'm gonna need you to tone it down. Get some ice cubes, please.
Tone it down?
Yeah. He's so dreamy, guys. I can't. I never thought that I would experience perfection in my life. Ugh. Do it again. 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 No, you're so close to the camera. Stop. The brat in me wants to say I hate it here. It does.
What?
I would say it looks more like Joffrey. Let's do it. Okay. Stop it. Why do you diss me?
Because I'm a giant fucking child and I can't help myself.
Why? ¿Por qué? All right. So this is from a 24-year-old female stay-at-home spouse. I've known him for 11 years, but we've been together for 7. They do not have traditional gender roles. He is a 24 male. Known him for 11 years. Okay, so they've known each other since they were 13. And have been together for 7 years. So what does that put them at?
How did they say they were?
Like 16?
Were they 24?
Yeah.
Be 17.
Okay. He is a dealership manager.
I really don't believe that relationships before the age of like 20 count. I don't care if you started dating someone when you were 10 and you're now 30.
Yeah.
Everything that happened before you turned 20 is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because life hasn't laid the dick down on you yet. Like you had mommy and daddy taking care of you still. Like you had the bullshit like puppy love hiccups that came along with it.
The
like,
amenities and the comforts.
Right.
And
right.
the ride. Yeah. When oh man. I was that dude on the bike with the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are 2 children, 4-year-old and 2-year-old. So she is currently staying at home with the family while he is with his grandparents. The children are in a family home with me. My best friend and her boyfriend are living in the home as well. Is this person in the chat? Please be in the chat. Be in the chat. We in the chat. Not in the chat.
They are on YouTube though.
They are on YouTube. Okay. So my husband and I separated tonight. Was not expecting that.
Right. As in tonight.
As in tonight. Party on the rooftop, top of the world tonight. Okay. I have been following you on TikTok for a while and would send him ones I thought would help whatever situation was at hand. We would discuss the video, and I felt like it did help us communicate and get on the same page. I come from a very traumatic childhood where he comes from a traditional family. I've always been adamant and vocal about my boundaries from the first day of our relationship. He has sought out and entertained other women online, OnlyFans, Instagram, etc., and has lied on numerous occasions with numerous discussions about it continually, as well as allowing someone to disrespect me and our family any time of day.
Yeah, that won't happen.
I am trying to focus on the positive aspects, like we're both going to figure out who we really are as individuals and what that's going to contribute to the growth of our marriage. But I can't help when I keep having little moments of doubting him, being untruthful when we do check-ins. We do have boundaries that we both agree to. However, he's lied so many times in the past under any circumstance that I'm afraid he's not going to do the work, but it telling me exactly what I want to hear.
Okay, so there's been words but no action.
Right.
So 80% of communication is nonverbal. We say that shit constantly.
Correct.
Show me the money.
Yes. This is focus on the positive. I was going to say you no longer have to worry about him cheating on you, but you're still worried about him stepping out. I do not tolerate the OnlyFans, the thirst trapping, the Instagram,
Nope.
the Snapchat. I don't tolerate it. That would be one of those, like, we're fucking in trouble. We have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
What's the question? I'm going to ask that first. So what's the question? What are you looking for advice on? Are you looking for distractions? Maybe things to work on yourself in this time?
Yeah, didn't she say that her husband left her?
Yeah, they separated.
They separated.
But they're still working on the marriage, I think. Ooh, we got an early access. Hell yeah.
Yep, love that. Yep, we do post the early content every once in a while. The main benefit for you guys who are subscribing to the YouTube content is the live streams, because we give you the same live streams for YouTube as we do for Patreon. But it's the same cost. Patreon gets Discord. So if you're going to sign up for something, sign up for Patreon. You get more content. You get a lot more from Patreon than you will ever get from YouTube. Early release, exclusive content, vlogs in Discord, men's group, women's groups. Whew. That was a big old soda burp. What are we waiting on?
We're waiting to see if the person's in the chat because I have questions.
Oh.
Because I don't know what the question is. They are non-responsive. All right, this is a DNR. I'm not clear on what you're asking for in this. Anything you want to say?
I gotta be honest, when it comes down to it, if you don't trust your person anymore, it's done. Like, I truly believe that. That's why I have the phone policy that I have, and like the thoughts that I have and all of that shit. When you no longer trust somebody, your foundation is shattered.
Right.
It's not easy to, it's not easy to regain that trust. Even if you're willing to do the work to repair that foundation, it's fucking hard.
Right.
He said she's there
Okay.
now. 1 second.
What could she have done better? Well, I could think of something that your husband could have done better, and that was not seeking out and entertaining other women on OnlyFans, Instagram, and etc., and lying on multiple occasions when it came into regards on that. Is talking about your TikTok videos to try to relate enough?
No.
No, he has to be willing to put the work in.
Right.
And meet you halfway.
The shit that we talk about on all of our videos it's tools. We're trying to provide you guys with things that you don't already know, or an opinion or an outlook that you may not have thought of on your own, so that you can start approaching shit in your own life to make your own fucking decisions in a way that works for your scenario. We can be as vague as we can and hope that you can somehow relate it, but the shit doesn't relate to everyone.
Should I have been taking additional steps? I don't know what kind of additional steps you mean. With him entertaining other women, that's a choice he's making. You can't control somebody else's choices.
Right.
So this might be one of those things where you just have to accept that this is who he is and how he presented himself to you. And until he's willing to prove that he is no longer that person and is willing to be the husband that you deserve, I wouldn't put any energy into this. The positive on this is I think that I might have just escaped a really miserable marriage in the next 10 years. Avoided a lot of self-deprecation, a lot of lowering of self-worth and self-esteem. You shouldn't have to compete with millions of women on the internet for your husband's attention.
Yeah, we're not gonna write a book. I don't see that ever being a thing. Daz, our screeners are putting together your email right now. Oh, she made it to the Discord, so you can ask her whatever questions you need to ask.
Well, Zeke posted the questions. I just went through and I answered the questions. So I really don't have much else to say.
Yeah. Well, if she has questions, she can ask you directly now at this point.
Oh, those were questions that he just randomly posed. Right. Okay.
While we wait, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and give you the camera.
Why would you give me the camera?
I don't know, because sometimes you need the camera.
Okay, well, when you venture back this way, can you grab my little beige baggie off of my desk?
Beige baggie off
yes,
your desk?
With all the goodies in it.
Oh, your vape stuff?
Actually, my vape might be sitting on my desk. If the vape's not prevalent on my desk, can just grab the bag. Thank you. You're welcome. You're fantastic. Patron. All right, guys, this is actually really weak. I don't know what it is, but it has like a little blue lotus flower on it. And I'm gonna hit it until it stops. You know, I could grab my berry right now. It's out in the hallway, but I don't have the tool to take my vertical oboe out. And it is not possible for me to play the saxophone with that in my lip. Unfortunately, I hate it. I did order the Careless Whisper music sheets last night, so I'm going to print those. I'm trying to find some other fun things to play. Oh no, like for a quick berry solo. I wish I could, really. I don't know where the tool is. I have to get the hemostats to hold this in place. Unless I can like, it can't. No, it's not going to happen. I need the hemostats. But I did order the music, the Careless Whisper that everybody requested. I see you guys tagging me in some message. Santera. That's not it. That sounds right. Santera. It's not Santa Maria. Santana. Ace Ventura impression. I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. I'm trying to get his mannerisms. I have a shirt picked out for when I do the Ace Ventura thing. Santeria. Pantera. Panera. Santana. Isn't... You guys, I'm so fucking confused. Isn't that what I said? I said Santera. Santana. It's not Santera. Santeria? Sangria? Mac and cheese in a bread bowl? I can tell it's kicking in, guys. He's walking back. We got back on the whole fucking... What's that band's name? Smooth?
It's Carlos Santana.
Santana.
Bob Thomas.
And I was like, Santera? Sangria? Santa Maria? And then Zeke said Pantera. And I was like, Panera? Oh, hell yeah, it's in here. All right, so she did send in some questions. I have been fighting with my husband to be present in our relationship for 3 years, and he has cheated on me 5 different times. I understand. 5 times, is that 5 times with different women? Or is it
5 different times?
Okay. I understand that it's not me, but when is enough enough? 5 different time frames with 5 different women. The first time would have been enough for me. That first time, I would have been like, look, this is a problem. If you are seeking something outside of the relationship, where am I lacking? And what do I need to do to help you meet that need? And then the second time it happened, no. I've already shown you that I was willing to forgive you and work on whatever needed to be worked on in the relationship to make sure you're happy. You have now shown me that I'm not what you want. Have a good life, man. I would Richard Nixon out of there. Moonwalk backwards. His answer is always nothing, and I don't know why I do it. People say things like that when they know there's no repercussions. They really don't have to give you an explanation.
Well, I mean, there's no repercussions anyways.
Right.
People that do shit like that, and even if it ends, it doesn't matter. He's obviously chasing other women.
Right, he's got a backup plan.
Right. It's not like this is a big concern for him. So I gotta be honest. I mean, you said it's over. In the email you sent, you said you separated or you left.
But they have boundaries that they've agreed on. Like, we're not going to look outside the relationship while we work on ourselves or something like that.
Wait a minute. So they're not separated.
I'm not sure.
The plan is to come back together. Then why are you separated?
Right, why not just do this work?
Right. Okay. So look, I don't believe in separating.
Me either. I really don't.
If you are separating, it's because you're trying to break it and trying to make it an easier break.
Right. This is like the foot out the door thing you were talking about.
Right. That's exactly what it is. We got another patron.
Patron. Get it together,
Wrong
Jen. Was it his plan to separate? Did he ask for the separation? Is that why he's at his grandparents' house or wherever he went to? I want a dessert.
Yeah, we're done with that though.
Okay. I know I want to be with him, but he needs to work on himself. I mentioned it, but it was mutual.
I gotta be honest, you guys got a whole lot of work to do on yourselves, and you need to fucking like show each other what's what, and action needs to be laid out. And if the action isn't laid out, you need to be prepared to walk away from this. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's no coming back from five instances of cheating for me.
Yeah, no.
My trust is shattered. Why do you still want to be with him after him cheating on you so many times? So home is someone who's okay with hurting you. That's not home for me. Home is somebody who protects me and makes sure that I'm number one and I'm a priority and would never do anything to jeopardize my emotions. That's not a home, babe. It sounds like you're settling for something that's filling a void in you, and you're scared that you're not going to find somebody better. You're not worthy of better.
Zach, are you able to get Daz into the Discord?
I'm getting so good at moving things in the drive. I hope things get easier for you.
You guys need to take this time and really work on your shit.
You know, you're going to work on yourself, and if he's not the one, then he's not the one.
Another patron. How old were they?
I don't know. I've already moved the email.
Okay.
I want to say they were both 24. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jen.
Both are 24. You guys are young still. I know that you guys don't. I know people don't want to hear this shit. I really know that people don't want to hear, well, you're young. You know, life's going to kick you around a little bit. But your early 20s, you guys don't know what you want yet. I believe that. Like, your hormones are fucking all over the place. You guys haven't experienced a lot of life yet. 24 years old, like, you don't really understand what life is. Take the time. Work on your fucking selves. Let him grow up a little bit because he fucking needs to. And if this is really what you guys want to do in a year or 2 years, maybe you'll come back together and make that work. But this is clearly not the move.
No.
I got real shit. 12 to 25 was the worst fucking part of my life.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say starting at about 8 for me.
Yeah.
Being an adult, like later age adult.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I hated when people would tell me it gets easier. Be like, no, the fuck it doesn't.
Yeah.
Bro. Once you figure out that you are in control of your life, life becomes so much easier.
Yeah.
I can fucking breathe, and it's every day. It's not, okay, I can breathe today. I need to cherish this because the next 3 weeks is going to be absolute shit. No, now it's every day is amazing. And when there's a bad day, it's a bad fucking day because I'm not used to it anymore.
Yeah. I had a lot of growth in my 30s to 40s. And obviously I'm only 2 years into my 40s, but so far they've been dope as shit. Mm-hmm. Are we able to get Daz into the Discord so that we can read her email, or are we done? What are we doing? What is happening? Zach said, I feel like a reborn adult in my 30s. I'm telling you, 30 to 40 was the best decade of my life in terms of growth. I don't know. Which one's that?
I don't know. It's one of the indicas. The earthy tasting one.
They all taste like that to me.
I think my thing's dead though. Yeah, I have to charge it.
And Larson said 30s are so underrated. I'm 46. I'm telling you, I'm 42 at right now. And I'm getting to the point where, like, I believe my 40s to 50s are going to be the next best. Where was that one at? Oh, that was one that got washed.
Yes, it is.
Still works?
Yep.
Gangster. How far are we from 100,000 subs? I'm sure we're pretty close. I think that we got some people in here that are not currently subscribed to the channel, though, that could certainly help us get there. 95,658. We have less than 4,500 to go.
Hell yeah. All right, so now what?
Well, somebody could throw us some super chats. We could read super
did we have
chats.
some super chats?
I don't know. Oh, they're there.
Be hopeful, guys. I promise. You're going to hit some shit. Like, life is going to get really hard before it gets better.
Yep.
You're going to navigate some things. You just have to tell yourself, problem solve. Look at this shit like it's Clue.
Yep.
Remove your emotion and look at it as a problem that somebody outside of your life is presenting to you. And you have to critical think it. And that's how you're going to get through that hard shit and get to the point where you're like, this isn't so bad anymore.
Yep. Okay. Excuse me. Super chats. Jordan, $9. I'm not going to read the amounts. For a quick berry solo. Big dog. Love your content and how well you communicate to each other. Any tips making sure the other person feels safe? bring up problems. She isn't direct with people. I think she's direct with me. No one knows what's inside someone's head. That comes down to open communication and check-ins. I truly believe that the more you do check-ins with somebody, the easier it is to communicate them, because you learn to communicate with your guards down. You don't feel like you're being attacked. You're not waiting for the next oh god moment. Like you learn to talk to people. It's the whole point of it. And if you haven't yet, you can watch the video on our page. If you have a hard time finding it, you can go to tobebetter.co. All of that's on there. The downloadable PDF is there, and the video is on our website. Darlene said, months ago, I asked you about a Medusa piercing on TikTok. I get it and love it. Thank you. Y'all are amazing. Love y'all's faces.
Hell yeah.
We got 2 super stickers from Jeff Graham.
Stickers.
Yep. See, Vanessa Ruiz, Father's Day from the Sandwich Artist at Home, or Happy Father's Day from the Sandwich Artist at Home. We got a Devil Face super sticker. Brianna said, my husband and I watch our videos together and pause and talk about our thoughts together and compared. Oh wait, we read that one earlier. We read that earlier. And then Gremlin Girl gave us some money and said, can't wait to watch this.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, we love the super chats. You guys really help us fucking grow when you do that. The amount of people that watch our content that haven't done the check-ins yet is fucking astonishing to me, because that was how we built all of this.
Yeah, the check-ins.
Yep.
Yes, it was. And now look at us. Oh. So what we're doing, Daz?
What?
What are we doing now?
The email was, they're trying to get Daz in Discord, but the email was called, well, it's in there. It's the last expedited one in there.
Right, but it wasn't where the other expedited emails were. It was just floating somewhere, so I don't know if this is the ready document.
The email is in an expedited folder because you were there already. 4 allergic reactions to emails. I'm so lost.
Okay, so it just got moved to the paid. Okay. It wasn't in the paid folder when I looked in the paid folder. It was somewhere else, and I was like, I don't know if this is it. Okay. Are we just going to get into it, or are we waiting?
I guess we can get into it. They're still in the chat. Somebody just asked if there's a way to do check-ins with yourselves for personal growth to become a better person or partner. That's called self-reflection.
That is.
Journaling. Yeah, somebody just beat me to the journaling thing. Journaling goes a long fucking way. You know, I did that. My personal Facebook page for a long time
was a journal.
Dude, I put my fucking world out there. And now my page is locked down, but like it's really crazy to me. I actually really need to delete that Facebook page.
Why?
Because I don't know. I think I just need to delete that page and create another one.
I am never being on Facebook again.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
I don't have a choice. Unfortunately. Let's get into that email and then we'll get back into the super chats because we just got another one.
You do have a choice in using it.
Right. You're right. I do.
Yeah. So you're just complaining to complain.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Until I can get somebody to take over my social medias and run it from the business so that I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I do have to use it.
No, your personal Facebook page, you don't have to use it.
Right. I do, though, because that's how I get all the notifications for the businesses.
Right, but you don't have to actively go on Facebook.
I'm aware of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. But when I'm trying to explain that doesn't really matter, but I can. It's very difficult to log in and check the notifications and not find myself habitually scrolling.
Right.
So, is what it is.
I understand that you use it for the business and that's how you get your notifications.
Right.
It's a choice to scroll to Facebook.
Right. It's a habit. By the time I realize I'm doing it, I'm already on there.
Hello, Peaches and Chris. I hope this finds you well. The first time I had any interaction with you guys was on your live stream on Thursday night. I had asked for a bit of advice on the check-ins. I appreciated you guys responding as I was fully prepared to be lost in the comments. I found your channel by saving 2 separate TikToks from each of you before realizing you were a couple. I was happily surprised and began to binge watch all of your videos and side piece episodes. Fast forward to now, I, 24 female, watch you guys almost every night after work while making dinner from my steakhouse of a fiance, 45 male. Oh, smokehouse. I was like, steakhouse. Would be like
Either way, she called him hot. I mean, I
Right.
got to be honest. If you were calling me a steakhouse or a smokehouse, I would take both of those as a compliment. You're not going to sing Zach's thing?
She's a steak house.
That's funny.
All right. We actually met for the first time twice without realizing it. He was still active in the military and still had a couple of months left before he could retire. He caught me off guard by putting his phone number into my cell phone just in case I ever needed anything, because he knew I was always out alone traveling by train to shop and experience things on the days I didn't have to work. How did you guys meet, though? Like, are you guys... You'd work together?
It's going to take a minute for her to...
Okay.
She meant smoke show.
That's what I said. I corrected myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she's in there saying it.
Right. I don't know how long the lag is. I think it's about a minute, but
So we're just waiting.
yeah, we're off by about a minute.
All right.
There's somebody I've seen a comment come through here 4 or 5 times now, or it's probably an exaggeration. It might have been 2 or 3 times from the same person. And the question was, how do you you guys talk about priority? And I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to save it. I'm going to copy and paste it, and we can do that afterwards. I don't want to get things mixed up
Okay.
because I want to answer that.
All right. I'm going to keep reading.
Okay.
The first time we met,
Wait,
apparently...
met him at his job where he was a recruiter and I was traveling the area.
Okay. The first time we met, I apparently had bubblegum pink hair and weighed 80 pounds more. Needless to say, I put the work on myself to lose all that weight before we even met the second time. We quickly became gym buddies. Then a few weeks later, started going to dinner after the gym. Then over time, progressed to us hanging out and going for drives while everyone was locked inside for COVID.
So they were courting.
Right.
That's gangster. What's the age difference?
A lot.
Okay.
23, 21 years.
Okay.
So when did he put his number in your phone? The first time he met you or after you guys started going to the gym and stuff together? A few months later, with a few details redacted, he told me he was planning to retire and not renew his contract with the Marine Corps. I was happy for him, 21 years of service, and he can finally allow himself to rest. This man met my father, made me happy just being around him, and even remembered my birthday, which I hadn't celebrated in years because no one else remembered or cared.
I'm curious how the dad took the age gap.
I was just thinking about that.
I got to be honest, there's not been a lot of times where the age gap has bothered me between you and I, but when I met your mom, it did. Because I was kept waiting on her to like say something, but she never did.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't. And all I could think of was the sadness I would feel when he left to go wherever his next journey was. Okay, so he did the phone number thing after the gym. To my surprise, he asked me to move out of state with him. After some careful thought and conversation with my father, Mom passed when I was an infant, he gave me his blessing. He helped us pack and sent me upstairs while he talked to my then boyfriend in private. I now know that he was doing the dad threat and giving person she's seeing his blessing to marry me all in one go.
He tried to give the dad threat to a Marine.
Yeah.
That's fucking hysterical.
He did, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, He had to do his due diligence.
Yeah,
Dad.
that yeah. Good luck with that one.
He was like, he was probably like having to like, okay, I gotta go do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like cracking his neck and shit. Like, gotta go do the thing. He's a Marine.
That's funny.
We found a place and settled in. I automatically began cooking and cleaning, doing all the traditional jobs I knew I had. Latino family, along with working at a bank. The first year building our foundation was brutal. We had to establish a lot of boundaries and got to know each other's way of thinking. He had a lot of anger. He would yell and try to intimidate during disagreements.
The Marine.
Any questions were met with combative reactions. I would just shut down because I knew I didn't want to put the energy into yelling back. It took time and a lot of patience to understand that he had been dehumanized in the military. The same way my father had been dehumanized in prisons years ago, or in prison years ago. He had to relearn how to communicate as a civilian. He had been broken and rebuilt by the military. He did nothing to help around the steel edges before releasing him. Oh, and they did nothing to help round out the steel edges before releasing him. With a lot of time and patience, his anger got better, my understanding got better, and I became the softer partner he needed. His communication got better, and the way we interacted as a couple and a team got better. It was a rough road, but we've made it, and 2 years later, he proposed on Christmas. We still go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, and we both embrace our hobbies. He let me know early on that he used to collect baseball cards, but stopped when he met his now ex-wife. I got him back into his hobbies, which includes art. Being supportive and encouraging him was all he needed to get back into his passions, and seeing him collect and learning little nuggets about his hobby from him makes me happy. We've been engaged for over a year now. Things are pretty great, and he's learned my love languages. He gives me little gifts and gets me snacks when he's out, as well as increase the little touches and actions I need, which makes me over the moon. I learned his love languages and now be sure to give him words of affirmation along with continuing acts of services for him like cooking and baking or cleaning and acknowledging all the little and big things he does for me and us as a family. He makes me feel safe, is there to listen to me vent, and is always ready to jump into action if I ever needed it. And we happily roast each other and make inappropriate jokes every day. I joke that he's spatially aware enough for both of us. He is my best friend and best good/bad influence that gives me peace and serenity every day. I also wonder how it is we met 2 separate times at 2 completely different points in our lives and ended up together.
You weren't ready yet. It wasn't time.
Was not time.
We preach that shit constantly.
Right person, wrong time.
Right. Be the best version of you so that you can land that motherfucker when that time comes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Is there like...
On to the helping part.
Okay. I was going to say, 'cause so far, like...
Like, this is all dope.
Right.
I watched your video on making lists of things that are expected and unacceptable in a relationship or marriage.
Boundaries, okay.
I brought the idea to my fiance nervously. He said I need to work on just spitting things out and not dancing around subjects, but that we could do it. I did a gentle reminder like Peaches said a few days later and let him know that this is important to me, and he acknowledged it. My list had been ready and made for weeks now, and he even saw me making it weeks ago and asked for clarification. As stated, weeks have gone by, and I fear he's forgotten all about it. I think this conversation is so important to have before we go anywhere near a courthouse or officiant, and here's the question. How do I bring this up again without seeming like I'm pushing too hard? I don't want to seem like I'm nagging or trying to force him to do anything. I just want that final bit of security and serious conversation while we're still engaged before taking the final leap together.
This is super simple.
What would you do?
Well, first of all, the check-ins are the obvious answer here.
Yeah.
He's a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be direct. Anyone who's married to anyone in the military, don't pussyfoot.
Right.
If you're not shooting, you need to be moving, and if you're not moving, you need to be communicating. That is fucking hands down in every tactical situation in the military. So you need to be fucking direct and to the point at all times. If you're having a problem and you're afraid to talk to them, you need to just be blunt about it. Mm-hmm. I asked you to do this 2 weeks ago. I'm very serious. I would love to have this conversation with you. I need you to get on the ball.
Yeah.
You're not making demands. You're not being an asshole. Or you start the check-ins
I would just hit him with the list.
Plan the check-in and be like, all right, I have my list. Do you have your list? No? Okay, then we're going to do another check-in on Sunday. You have a week.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your list, I'm going to have my list and you're going to have to make yours up on the fly. When I did sales, because I did sales for a little while, I helped finance the telemarketing room back in the day. When I knew somebody was military, it was very easy to get the sale because you tell them. They're so used to taking orders and being very direct that it's very easy to talk to a military personnel. Those were always my easiest sales. Always. Yep. I would start the check-ins. That's what I would do. It sounds like you guys got a great foundation for everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is exactly that you guys are trying to have. It was the boundaries and expectations, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yep. Tell them that you need a standard operating procedure. That's what you need.
You really want to get them intrigued? Look up some military terms that you can incorporate.
Right. That's standard operating procedure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll redact that and just go stand in the corner. Excuse me.
I'll see myself out. Oh, man. All right. We're going to read them supers.
All right.
And then I want to get into that question, although he said he sent it to me. So, Ann Larson, you both are amazing. Thank you so much for giving me the courage to not give up and take a chance on something new. You are helping so many. Those are so nice. So nice to read.
Trying.
KKN66, been here since the beginning. Just wanted to say, keep up the great work. I adore you both.
I can tell you've been here since the beginning. I recognize your name.
Right. There are names that we recognize for sure. And it's super dope to see that you guys are still here and supporting us because it's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the 6-month mark.
6 months.
To the day was yesterday.
And at almost 100,000.
Yep.
Fuck.
Jay Relly said, I found you guys in March when I was pregnant, and I am so glad I did, so I can be the best mom for my little boy. Thank you both for all you do.
Oh, I'm excited for his life.
Yep. All right, this was the question that I saw in the chat a couple times.
Okay.
You guys talk about priority, and I don't know if I have things messed up in my head, but seeing someone's priority, does that go for everything? Her family and everything. I want to make sure. So I understand that you only have 150 characters to type out your questions, but the last part of that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so do you mean... I'm just going to explain this way that I took that.
But being someone's priority, does that go for everything? Her family and everything.
So, example, say we're at a family barbecue and somebody in my family who's been drinking kind of starts acting out a little bit and starts involving me in something. And I'm like, look, I don't want to do this. And they don't start backing down. And then you step in.
It's on male or female?
Male.
I'd knock that motherfucker's teeth out.
So, in that instance, you're my husband.
Right.
He fucked around and found out. Yes, that is my family, but you are my chosen family.
Right.
So I stand behind you. We could be somewhere in public and you can say the most asinine thing ever and be like, what he said. We're going to back out and be like, oh, I'm going to need you to explain that to me a little bit. So when I see them again,
right,
we're going to buckle down, double down on this and be like, what we said.
This is a simple thing for me because when you get married, you are creating your own family. So if you are engaged and you actually plan on marrying this person, you should be the priority to them. They should be the priority to you. You're supposed to put each other first above everything. Above friend circles, above family members, above social media. You are supposed to be carving out your own piece of the universe for eternity for the two of you. And I believe that.
Right.
So friends or family, somebody comes in correct, I'm going to address it. And I'm not going to let this shit slide. I got to be honest, in this scenario where we're at one of your family events, I would try to just leave. I would try to get you to be like, come on, let's go.
Right.
I would try to not throw hands at the first incident.
Is that the same person responding?
Where? That's the basis, roughly.
So basically, I'm meant to come first before her family if we are engaged and to be married and already live together.
If that's the way that you guys decide to live your life, yes, that's a conversation that needs to be had. That really is a conversation that needs to be had.
That should be had before getting engaged.
Right. Because, if there's a religious background there, I mean, it's biblical. And if not, you need to know where you stand. And if they get to the point where like her brother or her cousin has an issue with you, is she going to put you to the side to stand with her blood relatives? Because if that's the case, don't marry her.
Yeah.
I believe that shit. I really do put you above everything. I don't make decisions that I don't think is going to benefit you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I actually said this in my vlog the other day. The things that I do because I want you to have a dope fucking life. I'm willing to take on the world to make sure that you have everything that you fucking need. And I know at the same time, you're willing to do the same thing. You put yourself through so much fucking stress to make sure that I'm fed. And like your time is gotten so fucking tight on everything and you still make me a priority. It's small things, but it makes me believe that if there was a big thing that would be the case.
Oh yeah.
Like I really think that if your mom and your sister came in correct with me, that you would disavow them until, you know what I mean, until the end of days or until they apologize. Like, I don't know.
There would definitely be a penance to pay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's necessary. If you don't have that with your person, where's the till death do us part? All of your vows mean nothing. Emma sent us a super chat.
That's another name I'm recognizing.
Yeah, same. Wanted to say I found y'all about 3 months ago. You've changed my life and I adore you both. Thank you so much. Also, you helped me figure out Procreate.
Oh, hell yeah.
Love that. Although oil painting is superior to Procreate.
I've tried oil painting and I didn't understand it. I don't know if I was using too much of the medium and not enough paint.
Maybe. It's very wet.
Yeah.
Oil painting takes a very long time to dry, especially if you are using linseed oil.
That's what Bob Ross did, right? With the
but he didn't really use a lot of medium in his paint. That's why it's so thick on the canvas. When you digital create, you're using light. RGB is different than actual paint pigments. So your primary colors blend differently. It's just a very superior like art to me.
Okay.
I fucking love oil painting. It's very difficult, but it was a lot of fun when I was still into painting.
Do you want to oil paint with me?
I mean, I will help you oil paint if that's what you want to do, but my art days are done. I have no desire to create anything other than photography. I don't have the time for that shit.
Okay.
Last time I oil painted, I had like 16 or 17 canvases drying at once. And I would just pick one up when it got dry enough and I would paint and then put it down and wait for another one to dry again. And I would paint because I paint with a lot of Galkid. And though it dries relatively quick, the more you use, the longer it takes to dry. And when you start working with oil again, if it's not completely dry, you'll get different blends and shit. It's very hard. Oil paint is difficult. All right. Does anybody have anything that we want to talk about before we call it a night? It is 9:30. We still have 300 people watching, but I do not want to be here all night. Jay Riley said, man, I need to step up my Discord game. I'm just a people watcher in there. If you guys are in Discord and you are not active in Discord, you're missing half the use of it.
I saw that same person just said, I have not felt like a priority, and she says that I am.
What?
Words mean absolutely nothing when your actions don't match it.
Where did you see that?
Right there. We've been together for 7 years. I've had issues with her father, natural father figure, but recently I have not felt like I'm a priority, and she says that I am.
Yeah, it sounds like a conversation needs to be had. Look, I'm going to be real with you. Not everybody has that backbone.
No, they do not. Especially when it comes to family.
Right, because there's always that, well, what if I need them? Or that they've been in my life forever. Or you know what I mean? Like there's always that weird fear.
I owe them that relationship.
I don't have that. I've started over a lot in life and I've been on my own since I was a fucking kid. Like I don't fucking need anyone. If you're in my life, it's because I want you there. Guys, don't get nervous talking in Discord. We get in there and say the dumbest shit.
I haven't been super active in the Discord. It's been a few days.
Today was the least active I have been. I got in there yesterday and posted a video to the men's group and made a vlog. but I have spent 2 days editing. Well, we watched TV last night. That was kind of nice.
We did watch TV last night.
Have how many of you have seen Pump Up the Volume and Hackers? Because she got experience to both of those movies. We were able to find Pump Up the Volume in 5-minute segments on fucking YouTube.
On YouTube, and we watched the whole thing in 5-minute segments.
Yeah. I love that movie. That
Oh my
one of
God.
my top 10 favorite movies ever.
That movie was insane.
Yeah.
I hate the ending.
Yeah, because you want to know what happened.
I need to know what happened. Did him and the girl stay together?
Well, he got arrested and went to jail.
Right. Like, did she commit?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
They were minors though. So unless he got charged as an adult, which was not common in the 90s, especially for a rich white kid back then, probably got probation. You've been on your own since you were 5 years old, you would be dead. There's no way that I can take that as a serious statement. You have.
Oh yeah, no, you might be on your own, like emotionally.
Yeah. Right. That's not the same thing though. Somebody's still taking care of you at that age. I have a
Right.
5-year-old. You would die.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It has been fun. I want some cuddle times on the couch. I saw somebody say they just got into photography. I believe that that's somebody that's also in Discord. So you should be active in the... To be able to pop a question in the Discord for you from someone in the chat. Okay, wait a minute. I closed my Discord. I'm going back. Hang on. Because I was getting ready to leave. Blurifications. My daughter's father and I are 10 years apart, yet he is the immature individual in this age gap. Is it possible for a 32-year-old him to still grow immature as a person because my family tells me otherwise? Immature as in I play video games with him, but if I were to play with my own friends, that's not okay, and I get tattoos, which is wanting wrong attention. Same with dressing myself up. So it sounds to me like you got. It's not that he's immature, because I'm immature. I'm 42 years old and laugh at farts.
Yeah, he sounds controlling.
That's immature, right? Somebody trying to tell you that you can't get dressed up or you can't play video games with somebody or whatever because they're not a part of it. That is definitely control, but that's not immaturity. That's a problem, is what that is.
That is a problem.
I love it when
Definitely.
you get dressed up.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine you not enjoying me getting dressed up. If you started giving me the 3rd degree when I'm straightening my hair or like putting on a nice dress, I would definitely inquire. I'd be like, what?
Right. I'm gonna say something, and people may not agree. I gotta sneeze. Maybe.
Bless you.
Maybe. Good try. I appreciate the effort. I really do, because I hate sneezing. I believe that men who act like that can't fight.
Okay. I mean, you have experience, so I believe you.
Well, right, because if you go outside looking like you look, which is fucking incredible, and you're on my arm and some dude's like, damn, and I have to knock his teeth out, I'm okay with that.
Right.
I don't think it would go to that. I think I'd be
Yeah.
like, I know, right? Right? Look at it.
Yeah, probably give him a high five or some shit.
No, I would flaunt it.
Yeah.
I can't say some of the things that I want to say on YouTube. I would be very public display of affection and take total ownership in that situation.
Okay.
And I would look at him in the face the entire time. The entire fucking time. And when I'm done, I'd be like, want to see some more? Check out our OnlyFans. And I'd walk away. Like I would super embarrass that person.
Okay.
Be like, you got another $100? I'll show you some more. Obviously that's not a thing that I would
Right.
really do, but like I would say really inappropriate,
kind of energy.
stupid shit. Yeah. Just to like really big dick lay it on the table.
Yeah.
Or I would full dom sub in public
Okay.
just to show that ownership. I don't have the fear of somebody trying to take you from me, because in the event that they really overstep, I will fight. I may lose,
Right.
but I will. Like, I've been knocked out before. I'm not afraid to get hit in the face. I've been hit in the face with a crowbar. I'm not worried about it.
I don't know how well I would react to watching you get
Beat up. It would change your perspective of me a little bit, huh?
No, we might both go to jail. I'm kicking that dude in the nuts.
That's funny.
I'm going to hurt him while he's down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love that you have that dedication.
I'd spit on his face, too.
It's so funny.
Don't play games around here.
Somebody said that's true, they can't. Dude, I really am that guy. Like, I want people to see you fucking done up. When we went to the restaurant yesterday, the Ford's restaurant to get food, and we got in the car, that old man saw me open your car door and looked at the car and looked at you and looked at me and shook his head. He had to have been at least 20 years older than me. And it took everything I had in me not to actually yell through his window, but I winked at him as I walked around the car.
I love that.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of flex there for me in that moment because of the car and the woman and the way you were dressed. And I'm wearing Dickies and a t-shirt looking like a scumbag. You had on a dress and a cardigan, but everything was, you were on point yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you knew we were going out to lunch. You don't half step when we go out like that.
I don't remember what I wore.
Do you guys actually have a problem with that? For you ladies in the chat, is that actually a thing? Do you guys actually have a hard time with your men letting you get dressed up? Or having an issue with you getting dressed up? Lorraine said, why the hell would he shake his head? Because he was in probably at most $18,000 car and we were getting into a $140,000 car and she was looking like she looks and I look like I look. And there was a whole lot of flex happening.
Yeah. Was it the bald dude?
Yes.
He was at the table. No, that was a different dude.
No.
There was a dude sitting behind us.
Yeah. That wasn't the guy.
No. Did you see him though?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you don't get frustrated or angry.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
There's no frustration. Even if they never say anything and men are looking at you, I love that shit. Why wouldn't you want what every other man wants and have it? Men want nice houses and nice cars to flex. Men want nice women to flex. So knowing that I have all of that and men check that out and they look at my car and they look at my woman and they look at me and see me and go, damn, he must be hung like a horse or he's rich as fuck. I'm good either way. I don't care. It makes me feel good about me, damn it. By proxy, you getting looks, I'm like, all I need is like a Superman logo.
Yeah.
And a cape. I need a cape. And like the wind has to blow at the right time. You may have to like pull out a blower to like get the cape going behind me.
We can just get people to fucking back there. Zeke.
All right, where's the men's group? Somebody's got to be able to flatten my cape, damn it.
I am a representation of you.
Right.
So I always make sure I'm on point. Because when they look at me, they are looking at you.
Right.
Yeah.
Zach said flap, flap, flap. I can't understand that mindset. I gotta be honest too. Like we gotta teach little man that mindset too. To just be the fucking hype man.
They're learning that with the way that I hype them up.
Yeah.
They buckle themselves in the car now.
Yeah.
They can do the seatbelt by themselves.
Somebody said I'm giving higher expectations for men. That's the goal. That's the goal of the podcast.
That is the goal.
Self accountability, personal growth, and fucking self worth. That's what we want. All right, guys.
Hang on. Before I want to point out though, you wouldn't be that way if I didn't put in the effort that I put in our
I absolutely wouldn't. I absolutely would not.
Yeah.
Nope.
So it's not just you setting expectations for men. I'm also setting expectations for men to what to look for in women.
Yeah. Yep.
I wanted to point that out.
We got pulled over once from my age difference. All right, guys, we are going to call it a night. I would like to go and hang out with my woman and not be fucking stuck to screens. So
Look, it just stopped working. Fantastic. What a time to go, Windows.
did it actually pop up the Windows validation thing?
It's the blue screen.
Yeah, you just hit the top. It'll come back on.
Oh, look at that.
We will see you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Do the button.